I have 91. Heat index near 100. One great day on the golf course can change lives. Join the Salvation Army Swing for the Kettle Golf Invitational August 31st. Register your foursome today at samilwaukee.org. That's samilwaukee.org. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Andrew Zimmel on 94.5 ESPN.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
Michelle here. Look, in sports, the best teams know when to make their move. Sherwin-Williams is making theirs with their summer sale. We're talking 30% off select paints and stains, or 35% off their new product, Emerald Symmetry, July 17th through the 27th. You know, I've been looking at these studio walls. They could use a little more red. Get that cardinal spirit going. Yeah, I like that. You can order online for delivery or swing by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Get your green and gold off-season fix right here. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Our very first guest in the history of Wilde Tausch, which will be, I'm sure, a long and distinguished history.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Aaron Rodgers, give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say daily 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
And then what happens?
No, then Tausch kind of bows out.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Friday edition.
You're still here?
I am. But I'm not important today. I'm just handling the ins and outs for you, old boy, after that Homer debacle last week.
Fair.
This one's going to be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Wisconsin Badgers Football Radio Network Booth Takeover edition of Wilde and
Where's
Tausch.
Dave? We need Dave.
That's a great point. There's no us without Dave.
I'm going to tell you something. Dave, keep introduced to Jesse. I don't want to step on your toes.
I don't know who Dave is, so you're going to have to tell me who Dave is.
I'll tell you who Dave is.
All right. I'm Jesse Nelson. I'm the producer of the show, and I'm going to get out of the way now because joining the Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer and Badgers Radio Network football analyst Mark Tauscher in the Everlight Solar studio at ESPN Madison on Milwaukee's new home of Wisconsin Badgers football, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, of course, also 620 WTMJ. It is, for the first time ever, as a full-on cousin sub of the day, cousin subs, we believe in better, Matt LePay. Morning, Dad.
That's a lot of build-up for something this mediocre. You couldn't find a good guest?
Well, no, this is a host. And no, we definitely aren't going to find a better host than Matt. I can't believe we talked you into this because this is your lake season. You're once camp opens in, 10 days, you don't have no vacations, and we corralled you to come in to the Everlight Solar studio We appreciate you, buddy.
Well, anything for you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I do.
By the way, why was that a debacle with Homer last week?
I didn't think
caught
it
part
was,
of it.
but here's the deal, Matt. Jesse will run things, and then he'll say he's going to do something, and Homer's been, I mean, you've been doing this a long time. Homer's been doing it a long time. Homer's got a way he goes about his business, and I never know what it's going to be. I don't know if he's going to host. I saw him at our golf outing. I said, hey, we're working together Friday. You're going to run it. He's like, perfect. And then he starts with some topic that was just absurd, like Rutledge absurd about, I don't even know what it was.
Walk-off homers?
So I eventually just said, tab blank with it, I'll run it. And Jesse thought that was debacleous, and so here we go.
It was debacleous.
New word.
Oh, I haven't seen ChatGPT's rundown on it yet.
Well, I can tell you. You don't need
What is
ChatGPT.
it? What did Chatty have to say?
I can tell you it was a debacle.
Okay.
You don't need Chat to tell you it was a debacle.
Fair enough.
This is awesome. As a fan of this show before I became the producer of it, this is like the dream scenario. If Jason's not going to be here, you guys combining to host this show for a full 3 hours, I think is what Wisconsin sports fans love to hear, and especially given the news yesterday, this is awesome. So it's really great to have Matt LePay here as our cousin sub of the day.
I'm excited about it. The one thing I worry about is Jesse's going to be running clips because you are, and I say this behind your back, and you love helping other broadcasters. You want to help. And Jesse wants to take advantage. He sends you, I don't know, how often does he send you video clips of his bowling, his volleyball? I don't know. I think he did something with his turtles in his backyard that he sent you. He wants you to kind of praise how great he's doing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times he's going to send you a clip during today's show.
I haven't received anything this month yet. So we are running behind schedule here in July.
I've had a lot of days off this month.
Well, I understand.
Not as many as Tausch is about to have. But.
That's fair. As you love going up to and get away and relax, do you consider Crivets up north? Because there is a big debate. Jesse goes, it's far east, and it goes up. Where in Matt LePay's long storied history as a resident of the state of Wisconsin, where do you draw the line when you're up north and you're not?
See, when I had, and where I go, it's about 3.5 hours due north of where we are right now. And I was told when we bought our little cottage up there, he said, Matt, by the time you get to Wausau, you're going to start to feel good. Like you are into the North Woods. By the time you get through Wausau, you see the hills, you start to see more of the pines. So Wausau and up for me.
So Highway 29.
Highway 29.
Okay.
Yep.
And Jesse, we've had a lot of debate on this. Crivets is north of Highway 29.
It is north of Highway 29. It's north of Shawano. It's north of Antigo. The
Antigo one is where I started
There are
buying
several examples for you as to why Crivets is up north. Here's the map that drew all this commotion a couple of weeks ago, if you're watching on our video stream. And here's the billboard in Crivets.
Well, if a billboard says it, it's got to be true.
Crivets
It's just
up
the
north.
rules.
Up
Those
north
are the rules.
Crivets. Very clearly stated. Everyone understands Crivets up north but you.
I guess I do. And I have now since I saw the billboard, I have also signed off on up north. So, Matt, when you go up north, what are you doing? You just totally relaxing, maybe grab an old-fashioned, you doing the Wisconsin thing?
Probably doing the Wisconsin thing. Not a big fisherman. We get out on the boat, our floating living room, try not to spill the old-fashioned. A little bit of that, a little bit of golf, which for me is a challenge. Get out on the trails a bit. But it's throw some fish or some steak on the grill.
Yeah.
Just take it easy. Maybe bring a book, read 2 or 3 pages, and then have another
Act like
old-fashioned.
your book, yeah.
Yeah, act like I'm doing something intellectual. That you just you turn off, because in our world you're in buses, you're in airplanes, you're in stadiums, basketball, you're in arenas. The music is blaring, so I like to hear the loon, the call of the loon. Watch the eagles fly.
Yacht rock.
I'm into the sounds of silence. Yacht rock.
Crank your yacht rock up.
Yep, I do. And I've got a thought on yacht rock. Tell you a little story about Tausch. We tried to educate him a few years ago on yacht rock.
Yeah, well, I'll get to that too. Or Matt will get to that. Dave, we mentioned Dave. He would be producing if we had the full booth. He has done it your entire career, correct?
Almost. It's been he's going into year 26 or 27. Did basketball solely for a while, and then football. A long time. He is the reason we get on the air.
There is no doubt. I'm always amazed at the amount of work and Tetrising, putting pieces together, because Here's a little nugget. Matt and I, we do the post game, and it's probably 20, 25 minutes after. And I'm always nervous if we have a tough loss because I remember, and unfortunately there's been a couple of tough losses over the last couple of years.
One or two.
I always recall when we would lose a tough game on the road, Coach Alvarez would say, "Get all this back out, we're getting the hell out of here." And it's very fast. And we cannot be fast because we have to keep all the equipment. And then this is where Dave sets everything up. He is a magician. He keeps us on air. We have to Tetris stuff and start ripping things down. And that bus ain't waiting for us.
No.
We better get moving and get down there. And I always, Matt and I'll be like, "You good, Dave?" Yep. And Dave is like, he's doing O-line drills, pushing these big boxes down the hill.
Sweating bullets.
And then we're like, we'll wait, make sure the bus waits for you, even though we know that the bus isn't going to wait for us unless things are going. So that is, Dave has been doing it for a long time, and he is a pro's pro, just like you are, Jesse.
It's nice to hear that you have appreciation for a producer somewhere
I have
in the
a
world.
lot of
That's very nice
appreciation
of you,
for him,
so,
but you're more of a host than a producer anyway.
That is not going to go over well in the YouTube comments, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Fair enough. All right, so, Matt, the big news yesterday, I know you went on WTMJ, I went on WTMJ, and I always love and I always, around deer hunting season, want to make sure we shout out our deer hunters because the radio audience, I love doing what we do. And I love when we get people say, "Oh, I appreciate, love listening to you guys." It means a lot, I'm sure, to you. It means a lot to me. And now we're on WTMJ in Milwaukee, which is kind of where it started way back in the day. Thank you for correcting me because yesterday Vince Vitrano from Wisconsin's Morning News, we were discussing, and I thought it was 20 years. It's only been 12, but it feels like it's been 20. You're as excited as I am about getting down in Milwaukee back on WTMJ.
Yeah, it's kind of full circle for me. I think WTMJ has carried the Badgers, I want to say 86 years total before the change after the 2012-2013 season. I mean, the first ever Rose Bowl win, Brian Matthews called the greatest game in Wisconsin history is no longer a loss. It's a win in the Rose Bowl when they beat UCLA, the back-to-back titles of which you were very much a part of after the 98 and 99 seasons. Ron Dane setting the record. Those games aired on WTMJ and a lot of other magical moments. So yeah, when the opportunity started to present itself, we, meaning Learfield, we took a look at things, and Scott Silvestri, our manager, and just knowing how Good Karma Brands, how it's such a great job of marketing volleyball, not just a game broadcast, but everything surrounding
Except
it.
for the halftime show.
The halftime show
has not gotten great marks.
Well,
everything else, the play-by-play and everything else has been really lauded. They did announcer cam.
Yeah.
I never went to halftime show cam or post game show cam.
We had an announcer cam in studio last year. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that, Tausch.
My bad.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate the kind remarks. That's very nice of you.
Well, and despite the halftime glitches, we thought, let's see if we can, talk with Craig and Greg Scalzo and all those great folks. And here we are with the announcement coming down yesterday. By the way, I was on not just with WTMJ, I was on with Kyle and Alex. Ben Bruss taking some. How many vacation weeks does he get?
He has a lot. So Jesse and Jason are going to get after me because I'm going to be out for a little bit. I don't know. What have I taken? Maybe 2 or 3 days this year. It's not been a lot.
You're on a historic pace of not being on vacation for a drastic amount of time.
Cal Ripken?
Somehow, I'm like the Cal Ripken,
This
and
was
I'm
your
not
Ripken
afraid.
year, and now you're going to become the Marshawn Lloyd of our show, not be available at all for a long time.
Wow. But I'm explosive. I'm very explosive.
Yeah, when you're available.
Bruss, I don't even know if Bruss works here anymore.
Yeah.
Like he's never on.
No, he tweets an old photo of me back when I had the dark hair and the sexy mustache and all of that. And then I thought, okay, I'll go on with Kyle and Brust, and there's Kyle. There's no Benny. He must be at home counting his money.
Not
or something.
shocked. No, not shocked at all.
Yeah.
Well, we have a ton of fun brewing today. I have a clothing issue that I got to bring up and see, Matt. It's something. We'll see. It's been something I've been wanting to discuss. I wanted to wait till Matt got here because he's been around a little bit longer than I have. And we are a very, as Matt pointed out, very young and vibrant office.
Yeah.
I'm glad there's somebody that's a little older than me that's in the office today. I finally have someone that I can lean on with some older problems. I have that I want to bring up. We have Luke Fickell joining us at 11. I'm curious. How old's Fick? Mid-50s?
Early 50s, I think. Yeah.
If that, I can't tell now what's AI and what's real.
We do have a question we have to ask him right out of the gate regarding that.
That was an impressive. If it wasn't AI, I don't even care. It was impressive either way. But we're gonna have Luke will be joining us at 11. We'll talk a little Badgers, and as Matt knows very well, we will talk a little Packers as well. I'm not sure what Jesse's all got proven, but what we always do is talk Pella. Shopping for new windows and doors, it never should include haggling. Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, and helping homeowners find the right fit for their home, and they never use high-pressure sales tactics. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team that manufactures your windows and doors, they also sell them, install them, and service them. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com. I have an issue. I love wearing different kind of socks. And I have a big issue that I need some help figuring out what my plan should be because it's not what I'm doing isn't working. I'll ask Matt. I'll ask Jesse. We'll do that next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Michelle Smallman.
He's 85-59, .694 winning percentage as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. However, last year fell short of their expectations because they were coming off such a dominant Super Bowl victory. And he knows that the A.J. Brown drama caused a lot of discontent within that locker room. And if you listen to him and you read about what the Eagles have been doing, they've been putting a huge emphasis on team bonding and team building this offseason. Not only the coaching staff, but the players too. They've had team dinners. They've been going bowling. They're playing basketball. The players did a golf event. They realized that they need to find that cohesiveness that escaped them last year because of A.J. Brown and because of the way that he publicly told everybody that things were disjointed. So for Nick Sirianni, he doesn't need to worry about what people like us say. He needs to focus on the task at hand, which is getting the Eagles back to being a true Super Bowl contender.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on fresh 90% lean ground beef, $5.99 a pound, 1 pound fresh strawberries, $3.49, large sweet peaches, $2.49 a pound, 7 to 10 ounce selected varieties, essential everyday potato chips or salty snacks, 2 for $4.
It's a long fly ball.
What?
Safe.
Every time I scan, what is happening?
A leaping grab at the wall.
Okay, fine, I'll play. Get a load of this watermelon. And here's the pitch.
Please wait for assistance.
Win Century Foods Ultimate Fan Experiences at Milwaukee baseball games. Throw out the first pitch, hold the ribbon for the Johnsonville famous sausage race, or watch batting practice from the field.
Ooh, what do I do?
Complete the entry form in Century's weekly ad and return to the store.
Oh, no, what happened here?
Oh, self-checkout couldn't handle my heater. Here, I filled out my entry form. Gotta go. Have a great day.
I'll go get the mop.
Enter by August 5th.
The best summer moments aren't always planned, and that's why Carbless is made for whatever's next. Delivering bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail, Carbless is ready to go wherever summer takes you. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and only 100 calories, it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle so that you can enjoy every summer moment with Bliss. And while you're making the most of the season, try the limited-time Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack or the Lemon Iced Tea 4-pack before they're gone. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find your Bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Wilde Tausch. This is how we're doing this today. I'm Jesse. I'm producing. I'm just going to do the lead in here.
How is the YouTube commenters? They excited about
They're very excited about you guys being on the show today. So that's
So do you
that's great.
think because we have such vast Badger knowledge and because we do so much Packer stuff, I think we need to hybrid this today. I think that's more than fair, right?
I mean, if we're going to have the Badgers Football Network radio booth taking over the show, there's got to be an emphasis talking Wisconsin Badgers.
So what I think we should do is, in YouTube and all of our other, Carbless Talk and text line, good questions that you suffice out and you want to shoot at us at any point. I also want to do a fun little logo game because Matt has a great historical perspective. I've wanted to do this for a while. It's immediate. I'm going to say a logo, and I would just want first answer of the name of a player that you think of when I say a logo. So if I say San Diego Padres, Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn, yeah.
Tony Gwynn.
Okay. Dodgers.
Shohei
Robinson.
Ohtani.
Okay.
Tommy Lasorda.
Oh,
good one.
Yeah, Lasorda's a good.
Yeah.
Brewers.
Yount.
Braun.
Euchre.
Yeah, yeah.
Movie coming out.
Want to see that?
I've heard it's
I've heard great
pretty
reviews.
good.
Yes.
That's not a Kelly Call deal, right? That's somebody else did that one?
It's somebody else.
Okay. All right. So that's a fun little.
Do you just want to play that game all day? Or
I
are you
love
just
it.
gonna
I think
sprinkle that
coming
in when you
back
see
for
fit?
break, I would like for
Okay.
if you guys feel free, jump in and shoot. I just want to, because it's got to be quick. You can't sit and think about it. It's boom, boom. And I wonder how many times we're in unison going to say the same person is kind of the, because if I said Bucks, bam, what are you saying?
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah. Some would say Jabbar. I know Otzi would say Jabbar. So
why is that?
Ask him. I don't know. He'd probably actually say Lou Alcindor because I think that was his name when he was here in Milwaukee. So I don't know how many there'd be. Yankees. Babe.
Mariano Rivera.
No, it's the Babe. Gotta be the Babe.
Babe.
Mickey.
Mickey Mantle.
Jeter would be next.
I don't know if Jeter.
Modern day. Yeah. Well, sort of modern day.
This is going to be the one that throws you completely off. Packers.
Favre.
Lombardi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I almost said Bart Starr.
Bart
too.
Starr would be good. There's the thing with the Packers. Bears.
Hallis.
Peyton.
Jay Cutler? First one? First one that comes to mind.
Right. Well, you know how to ruin a game. Jay Cutler.
Isn't this the point of the game? Is
Maybe.
it's like a generational difference in
Maybe.
who you think of?
There's some that should transcend.
Some
But I'm
would say
sorry,
this
Jay
is-
Cutler's not transcending.
No, but you're not
No
asking.
offense to
you
Jay.
weren't asking for me to name the most transcendent player. You
I'm
were asking
saying when you
first
think
player
of
that
this
comes to
team
mind.
or logo, boom, and you're saying Jay
Cutler is the-
I'm gonna
when
say
you say
Hunter
the-
Hillenmeyer. All right, I'm gonna take my back. Hunter Hillenmeyer.
There you go. Like
Okay.
that would be unique to you. That's
All right,
the
I'm
point
gonna
of the
predict-
game, isn't
okay,
it?
last one before the next break, and I'm going to predict we all say the same one for this one. Dolphins. Marino.
I was going to say Bob Greasy.
You rascal. I knew you'd
How
do
could
that.
you say Bob Greasy?
I'm not going to get after
Can you
Matt
tell
like
who
that.
the oldest guy here? I feel like Grandpa walking into this place, by the
Now,
way.
this will be the last one because this is right
No,
in Matt's.
you're gonna do this
No,
100
I-
more times
I am.
today.
You
Yeah.
know I have obsessive qualities. There's no doubt. This one I know who Matt's going to say. I'm going to say the same one. I'm going to be fascinated to see who you say. Cincinnati Reds. Bench.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
Oh! Rose over bench?
I've always,
Wow.
knowing what I learned about Rose during the years, I leaned a bench. But growing up as a kid in Dayton, Ohio, Pete Rose was my guy.
And that was always kind of what got you into what you're doing, right? Wasn't the Reds broadcasting team?
Yeah, Al Michaels for a couple of years in the early 70s, and then Marty Brenneman.
So Al Michaels was the voice of the Reds.
Yeah, for 2 or 3 years. And then he left to the San Francisco Giants, and then he went network, and the rest is history. But Marty Brenneman was to Cincinnati in a lot of ways, even though their styles were so different. Marty is to Reds fans in a very similar way to what Bob Uecker will always be to Brewers fans, kind of the voice, in a lot of ways the face of the franchise, out in the public, doing this, that, and the other. Their styles are very different, but iconic in their own way.
So you are obviously that for the Wisconsin Badgers. How serious do you take that? Because that is...
I don't.
You don't?
No, I can't. I mean, it's fun. It's great. I love being that guy who's been here. This will be the 39th season connected with athletics, all with basketball, and then play-by-play with football. I think it's 33, something like that.
Ron Dane.
So Ron Dane. That's Mike Mankey,
Yeah, that's true.
not me.
That is true.
So
you're the Matt Unerdl guy, though. No, you're not the Matt Unerdl.
Matt Unerdl. A fun day that was when Matt Unerdl got famous against Iowa.
I'm trying to think, who was the Hebrew Hammer?
Bernie.
That was one of those games where we were all sitting there thinking, what the? Is there ever been where you're sitting there and someone that wasn't on your depth chart or wasn't on your sheet showed up in a big way?
They ran out of tailbacks, so they had to make him one against Penn State. Anthony Davis was banged up. A couple other guys were out. And Matt Bernstein, the famous hurdling run. He hurdles over one or two Penn State defensive players. Yes, he was, and I saw him earlier this summer, as a matter of fact. Still very, very loyal to the Badgers, and I think we'll see him this fall at a game. But yeah, Bernie he's even though he's an East Coast guy, he is as Wisconsin as you could imagine. He bleeds the Badgers to this day.
That's what we love about being a Badger. Most underrated Badger that you've seen that was a huge producer but probably doesn't get the love. I always go to James White as one of those guys, even though I think he's fully appreciated. I think he was always viewed as kind of not an afterthought. That's too strong, but not the main guy. Even though NFL wise, tell me someone that's had a better career as a running back.
That's a good call. That's probably the first name that would come to my mind. Defensively, I mean, Mike Taylor was a heck of a linebacker alongside Chris Borland. Taylor actually had more tackles, but he's like, people don't mention that name as much as they should. And I would even go back to the 90s, Pete Monty. Pete Monty was a
felt like he was always the leading tackler, right?
A stud.
Yeah.
And I think
scary too. He's a scary dude.
Oh, very much so. But those are guys that, like, I wish more people knew about them or would recognize their accomplishments. I mean, Mike Taylor was all over the place. He was a terrific player. I would say a little basketball, Mike Flowers.
Okay.
I think really underrated. Guy, his teammates would tell you that. Great defensive player. He could score when he needed to. He was a terrific player for Bo's teams.
I always think Mike Wilkinson too.
Yeah,
because Mike, I would get in our debates with Jordan Taylor at Andy North events and some of the other stuff, and we would name our starting five because I love the Wisconsin basketball team. It's a fun. I just love being a fan. It's great. That 14-15 run was unbelievable, and last year was great, but I always thought Mike Wilkinson should be in the mix at that 4 spot, and I always felt like he was almost too solid. He wasn't flashy, but he was going to get you rebounds. He's going to hit that little jumper, and I always felt like he didn't get the love, maybe because the team didn't have as much success. I don't know, but he always felt like somebody that was underrated.
Yeah, I agree. He was like a Mr. Fundamental. He was the guy who would get you the mid-range shot. He would use the backboard. He would do all these things that we decided at some point wasn't cool. But you look up, and he's had a really good game, and they have won in large part because of his contributions. Big, tough, farm strength. To this day, he's a farmer and a very successful one. Big, strong hands. I think teammates of his would wholeheartedly agree that he was a very underrated player outside the locker room.
Yeah,
inside, they know how valuable he was.
And I don't think anybody wants to get in a fight with Mike.
No,
he
you don't.
He is a big, strong son of a gun.
He would never hear no bell.
No.
Didn't hear no bell.
We do have some text rolling in with questions on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. First one from Jeff in DeForest. This is kind of awkward because LePay's right here, but we're asking Tausch the question. What does Tausch consider Matt's best call of all time? Jeff, for what it's worth, his vote, the David Gilreath return versus #1 Ohio State, gives me goosebumps every time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be selfish, and I think the Ron Dane run there. I mean, I think you could go back, and we always say this as players. It's when you hear those calls, it just brings you back to a great spot in your life, and those years were some of the best from an athletic standpoint that me and a bunch of our teammates. I don't even know what the call is, but my favorite game won the Rose Bowl. Even though we beat Iowa and Ron broke the record, that game at Ohio State where we were behind and we battled back, I don't know if there's a call from that game that kind of epitomized what it was on your end, but that game to me is still my favorite game. And then the other moment that I think of for that season is Purdue. Don't give the ball back to Purdue. We give the ball back to Purdue, we're not going to win. We're not going to go to the Rose Bowl. Ron's not going to make he's not winning the Heisman. And Ron took it upon himself to just bulldoze people. And we ended up holding the football for the last 4 or 5 minutes of that game, didn't give it back to Drew, beat Purdue on the road. And when we were walking off the field that day, we all knew that we're going to the Rose Bowl. The Iowa game was the crown, the kind of the coronation. That game was what put us in position to do it.
Yeah, I think of Ron's run. It wasn't even a touchdown run, but they would show all the highlights on ESPN. He just basically blew up 2 Purdue defenders. He gets a first down that helps, I think, seal the game. And he runs through people, which, as we all know, Ron
B.O.B., bring your own blocker. Because at some point, Purdue is like, I know they're going to run it, and they know we're going to run it. And it was, all right, there are going to be some – there's a guy right in the hole because there's just too many people. We couldn't block everybody. And Ron just ran that dude over, and when he did that pretty much took that Heisman Trophy, and we ran with it.
You know what I think about with the Ohio State, the 99 game you're referring to?
Yeah.
Ohio State goes ahead 17-0, and I remember saying the route may be on because you guys had lost to Michigan the previous week.
On our end. You had that much confidence in us that we would come back and throw 42 up?
No, I did. I said the route may be on. They're mad now. The Badgers got it right where they want them. And what I remember,
son of a gun, that's where I should start looking when we were getting beat by Iowa a couple of years ago. I should have looked at it from that perspective.
What I remember the most from that game, it wasn't anything that I said. It was what Barry, to this day, if he's sitting in here, because he was up in the press box coaching because of his bad knee. And when it's 42-17 late in the game, he comes down, goes down the elevator to the sidelines. And those Ohio State fans are dog cussing me for running up the score. I loved it. That was, I think, if you asked him for favorite games, non-bowl edition, that would be right up there.
Oh, and John Cooper was the coach. I could just that's where Barry was at his best, man. The Barry Alvarezisms that we could go with, my favorite of all time.
Go boo in a bar.
That off the field.
That's an all-timer.
No, I mean, we had, when Barry had joined us, my own search committee, like that, all of these things are phenomenal. But Barry Alvarez never lacked confidence, and he got us to believe, even if you think about this. He would call in. I don't know what his relationship with Joe Paterno was. I know he's a Pennsylvania guy.
It was okay, I think.
Yeah. I think I think there was a lot of respect, obviously, because Joe Paterno, national championship and everything else. But one of my favorites, and we fully believed this as a team. Now, if I was a fifth-year senior, would I have believed it? Maybe not. But he would come into our Wednesday, or I guess in college it would be Tuesday meeting when we were prepping, and he just got up and said, fellas, I just got off the phone with Joe Paterno. His guys can't practice. You're too goddamn physical for him. They didn't practice. He's worried he can have enough guys to play next week. And it just continued to reiterate to us, that's how we got to play. Mm-hmm. And people don't want to play you and do what you do. And everybody in that room, do you think we wanted to go out and smash faces and do 9-on-7 for 25, 35 minutes? None of us did. But we knew that's what we had to do in order to win. And he'd say that Lloyd Carr at Michigan, like it didn't matter. That was always the theme, and we believed. You could picture it. He's on the horn, not a cell phone, probably an old rotary phone, getting on there and listening to Joe Pa. You could just see him kicking his feet up and saying, this is good stuff. This is what we do. And that's some of my favorite stuff.
Did he call him Paterno, or sometimes he'll say,
potato called? Yeah, I don't even know if we care. Right. We never cared. And the other thing that I always love, too, is you get done with your work week, and we'd travel out on Friday, and we'd have a travel meeting only. It'd be just the guys going on the plane. And he'd go up and, I don't know, I think there's new meeting rooms now, but that meeting room the chairs are nicer, but I think everything else is pretty much the same. And I could talk to Dav and any of the guys that were on those teams. And we always loved that moment where he'd come up and he'd, be showered, but he'd have his suit, but he'd have his tie off. Like the work week is done. And then he would just sit there and matter-of-factly say, this is how we need to go to win this game. And it was like, all week, he's the coach. And then when we'd sit down with the travel squad, and it would only be a 15-minute meeting, and he'd just lay it out like we're men. And he's like, this is what we have to do to win this game. And all of us would walk out of there. There was no rah-rah. It wasn't any of the, we got the whole thing. Nobody comes in our backyard. Blah, blah, blah. This was just straight up, you're men. This is what we need to do to win, and that was always something that we all appreciated.
It was interesting, too, because I think the guys had Chris Orr on the Jump Around.
Yeah, earlier this week on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
And Chris is one of my – I have a long list of favorites. He's on it. He was a heck of a linebacker here, a great guy, but he kind of – you try to carry that on in his playing days. Like, you want to make the other team hurt. We want to make you hurt. That was his line. And they did. And they're trying to get back to that. You got guys like Cooper Catalano and Mason Posa – and that group, as they continue to grow, I would like to think they're on a path to getting back to that style of making the other guys hurt. That's the hope.
We've got a lot more to talk about. The texts are rolling in, including some about that opening week game against Notre Dame. With some other questions for Matt as our cousin sub of the day. Cousin subs, we believe in better. Before we go any further, Tausch, you should tell us about Outdoor Living Unlimited.
We're excited, Sarah and I. We have chosen Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our new backyard. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, brothers and owners of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we knew they were the guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values. Love the fact that the Outdoor Unlimited team is family-owned and locally operated here in Wisconsin. Their showroom is a must-see if you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, or more. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space. Check them out at OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
More questions for Matt LePay, 844-770-3776. The Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. We'll get to him coming up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The Dude Perfect Squad Games Tour is headed to Fiserv Forum on July 24th. Bring your squad and get ready to experience the dudes like you've never seen them before. This new tour is filled with larger-than-life battles and unexpected twists. Tickets start at just $30 all in. Get ready for a night of excitement, laughter, and competition with Dude Perfect at Fiserv Forum on July 24th. And, as the guys say, pound it, noggin. Get your tickets now at FiservForum.com. That's FiservForum.com.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga. Every morning, I talk about traffic backups and slowdowns around Milwaukee. At Sewer Ninjas, they help homeowners avoid a different kind of backup, a sewer backup. Sewer Ninjas is a Wisconsin family-owned company specializing in sewer camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs that can often be completed without tearing up your yard. Their goal is simple: find problems early and help homeowners avoid costly surprises. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. That's sewerninjas.com.
For 250 years, America has moved forward together. One generation, one family, one community at a time. At the Cunis Auto Group, we're proud to celebrate 250 years of freedom, progress, and the journeys that unite us. To mark this historic milestone, we're giving away 11 brand new vehicles with a total retail value of more than $250,000. Go online for one entry. Plus, enter in person at any Cunis Auto location, and it counts for 10 entries. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. It's our way of saying thank you to the communities we serve and the customers who trust us to be part of their journey. Plus, we have over 1,776 vehicles under 30 grand group-wide, with payments for every budget. Happy 250th anniversary, America. Let's keep America moving together. See official rules and find your nearest location at shopcunis.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Matt LePay joining Mark Tauscher as the cousin sub of the day today. Wilde and Tausch taking your questions for Matt on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. Got a couple of fun ones coming up here for you guys. First one is from Matt in West Bend.
Great name.
Question for Matt LePay.
Great area. We have not figured out what we're going to call that yet, though.
I thought we settled on the either the Northern Kettle or Southern Kettle with the Kettle Moraine Forest. Jack
Kettle.
Rabbit Mama was kind of leading the charge on that one.
All right.
Matt in West Bend texts in at 844-770-3776. I've been a Badger fan for 30 years, but have never been to a game.
Wow.
Which game should I go to this year to get the best Camp Randall experience?
USC. If you can go to that is that late October, I want to say?
Yeah, I think it's the last home weekend in October.
That is homecoming is Michigan State, I believe, in early October, but USC is thought to be really good this year. I mean, everybody's really good in the summer, right? But there's a feeling that they could break through this season, so if you're looking for a kind of a showcase game, the Axe game, that's Black Friday night, right?
At prime time.
But I would say SC. That would be my pick.
All right, I'm going to pick Eastern Michigan. That's what I'm picking.
11:30 on
Is
Saturday.
Is it 11:30?
Yeah, it's an 11:30 game.
That's the rare start time, 11:30.
It is. I
want to get the old school. Remember the old days, man, when it wasn't every game wasn't on national TV, and we'd be on like PBS at like 2 o'clock.
Get the replays. Get
1 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Get the Van Stout call.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Playing the Citadel.
Whoever that might be, Eastern Michigan, whoever. Any of the games, obviously USC, I think, is when you look at outside of obviously the Notre Dame game up at Lambeau, that is going to be the marquee home game. But Minnesota, I think it's similar, obviously, the rivalry to the Bears and the Packers. Mm-hmm. And I think there's been this notion from a lot of us, because when Minnesota came in and beat us, was it 2021, 22, whatever year it was, and everybody was making they haven't beaten us since Twitter was invented and all the other things. Those days are gone.
It's a rivalry again.
It is definitely heated. I know there's not a lot of love for the boat rower. That always is a juiced-up game, and I'm always, from a broadcaster standpoint and from a fan standpoint, I'm always nervous about what kind of energy comes in the building the day, that usually it's a Saturday midday game after Thanksgiving with a lot of students out of town. That would be the game, you really need to bring juice, because I think everybody here is kind of sick of where Minnesota's at.
Yeah, they have, in Fickell's first year, they went up there and won. But last year, obviously, it didn't go well. I think in 20, there were a couple of times, either maybe 21, 22, whatever it was, where Minnesota wins up there. And, of course, the tradition now is if you beat Wisconsin in your house, they play jump around at the end. The Gophers did that again last November. Now, you've got like more than 50 new players on Wisconsin's roster, so they need to get the crash course education of what this battle for Paul Bunyan's axe is all about.
Bring Jim Huber back in. Hubes would come in and talk, and this is the old days. I don't know the new locker room situation. I don't know how all that's working, but I can remember vividly the old TVs in the old locker room. We'd have Hubes come in and give us the lay, because he coached up there, and how much it meant up there and how much it means here. And then Barry builds the case that you got to look to see the axe, and if it's not in there. But there would be an old VHS, like the TV with the VHS player in it, and the tape would be on loop. We used to watch like Jerry Springer or Maury Povich or something. Like if you get there early, you'd watch that. That week, nope. It was all on Badger players. I can remember Jerry Wunsch grabbing the big axe and just chopping away, and you'd see it on a loop. And we were like, we want to go do that. That's something we want to do. And that's, again, kind of educating and making sure, especially when you have the amount of turnover that every program has, and obviously Wisconsin has a ton this year too, making sure everybody understands the importance of that game and what it means to our fans.
Was anybody ever tempted that week to change the channel back to Springer?
Somebody
stole my wife. My best friend took my wife edition of Jerry Springer.
I don't know. Did that happen with Povich? The Springer was more in the mornings. Once you got in for the afternoon practices, it would be focused on it. I don't know if anybody had the gumption. First, I don't know if anybody, because the TVs were so high up.
Right.
You'd have to get a ladder, and I don't know if the remotes got pulled that week. It was all Minnesota all the time for that week.
So that's how the season ends, primetime at Camp Randall Stadium. How about how it begins from Rob in Michigan? He texts in, Badgers playing at Lambeau Field this year, Notre Dame, week 1, Sunday night, Labor Day weekend. What do the guys on the radio call, that's you two, what do you think about that game, Wisconsin-Notre Dame?
I think it's going to be a huge challenge. Notre Dame was right there last year. Don't know exactly. I know they have some pieces back. Obviously, they got a great program, and they have a lot of resources. Thing I'm very interested in, and I don't know where you're at with this, Matt, that was a bowl game the last time I was up at Lambeau. LSU fans were out enjoying and embracing Green Bay, the facilities, and it was probably close to a 50-50 split.
It was a great atmosphere.
And I don't know what it's going to be. It's Labor Day weekend. It's a Sunday night. There's no doubt that Badger fans are going to be coming up there, but Notre Dame fans are going to be up there. They're going to be there early. I know a lot of houses that have been rented out and tickets and all this stuff. It is going to be a monster challenge for this team with a lot of new pieces, but there's going to be so much juice. It's going to be, I don't think it's a standalone game now. I think somebody else jumped in with us, but it is going to be, everybody's eyes are going to be on it. It's going to be a great statement for Luke Fickell and the Wisconsin Badgers if things can go well.
And for a Notre Dame team that is still smarting from the playoff snub the year before, a lot of the production is back. Their quarterback, very highly regarded, C.J. Carr. It's Lloyd Carr's grandson.
Is that right?
The former Michigan coach.
Lloyd Carr!
But they are, they've lost a couple pieces, but a lot return for the Irish, and they're considered to be a legitimate national championship contender. There's a lot of Badger flavor on that staff. Chris Ash is defensive coordinator. Joe Rudolph is the offensive line coach. Aaron Henry, who was a really good player here. He was with Brett down in Illinois the last few years. He's on the staff. Charlie Partridge, defensive line coach here, back with Brett. He's on the staff. So they're Marcus Freeman and Luke Fickell, obviously with their backgrounds at both as players at Ohio State, and then Freeman and Fick were together at Cincinnati. So there's a lot of
intensity.
Some good little sidebar stories here leading up to this game.
Looking forward to it. Sunday night, September 6th, and you can listen to it on 620 WTMJ, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee.
You're a pro.
Yes, sir. And before we play trivia in our next segment, because we got a loaded show, including Luke Fickell coming up at 11 o'clock, I wanted to ask this because it's a nice segue into what our trivia category will be. This question comes in from Adam in Glendale, Arizona. Question for Mr. LePay.
That's good.
What was your most memorable moment calling Brewers games while you were part of that broadcast crew? Alumni Day happening today at American Family Field.
Yeah, that's fun. That was a great day last year when they did that. So it's good to see that has some legs. They're going to do it again. For me,
it's good for the orthopedic folks and our friends at MoMA too, because I was talking about that before you get to your call.
That's a pro move right there.
You're talking a bunch of dudes that probably haven't done a lot of baseball stuff. Some probably are working out. Some probably aren't. And they're all coming back. They all want to go big. Mm-hmm. They asked, could you ever do that in football? And I said, you'd be insane.
Dan Kolb and Brooks Kieschnick going to be stopping by tomorrow morning.
Absolute. I always said, if you see the guys that are putting like face paint on and everything else, steer clear. That's not where you want to be. Go ahead, Matt.
No, it kind of goes back to an earlier topic that I guess made a fair amount of conversation around here about walk-off homers.
Oh, God.
It was, I think if I had to...
Oh, you heard about that.
I thought, I usually don't engage in that kind of thing on social media, but when I saw that, I said, I got to throw some gas on this one. This is too good. Shout out to Jim Rutledge. That was the post of the week. It was a walk-off. It was Keston Hiura against the Cubs. It was, I think, 2019. A July game, a Saturday night, I want to say, but it was a July game, but it was Cubs Brewers, so it had a postseason feel to it. And it was a great game, back and forth, Cubs homer in the top of the 10th, I think. Yelich matches it, and then a runner's aboard, and Keston Hiura went opposite field. I mean, it was a screamer that cleared the wall, and it was against Craig Kimbrell, who, for whatever reason, threw a breaking ball to Keston Hiura when people knew that he'll chase the high fastball. He'll chase it. Serves up a big, fat breaking ball, and Keston takes it the other way. It was a walk-off. Was it as exciting as buzzer beaters or last-minute touch? It was pretty good. It was then Miller Park. The pop in that ballpark that night, that was pretty special.
And especially being against the Cubs, I'd assume that made it extra special.
It did, especially against the Cubs. It just so happened to be the opponent that night.
Matt, how do you guys know curveball, fat? Like, is there someone in your ear? Do you just figure it out? Like, when you first got started on it, because that's always a question people ask. It's like, how does Brian Anderson know he threw a sweeper or a slider?
Yeah, when I was first doing this, because you're watching games on television, you're seeing the center field camera, but when you're watching the game, you're not relying on your monitor until the ball's in flight. So I was struggling with that. You could tell a curveball, but fastball and a sinker for me at first, that was difficult because the angle was different. But you start to know what a pitcher throws. There are all kinds of sources to figure that out. And then you do have cheat sheets that you see it now on the monitor: sweeper, curve, slider, sinker. The more you see it, the more you get adjusted to it. But for me, that was part of as I was saying yesterday, when I first started doing baseball, it was play-by-play malpractice. I was not good at all. I was horrible. And I got to the point of being at least serviceable through repetition. The more you see, this is the guy's splitter. And you just have to see it. If you're going in without a lot of knowledge of the repertoire of the guy, then it's a little tricky.
Did you ever have to do a baseball game, just hypothetically, from a tower on a 60-degree wind gust day where all your notes blow away and your color commentator says, hey, who was that in left field that made that play? And you say, I don't know. I don't have a list in front of me. That's hypothetically. That ever happened to you?
No, something like that, though. In Pittsburgh, it was raining in the booth. A storm hit, and it was right before the All-Star break, and they were not going to delay the game. So it's like Rock and I are getting drenched. But no, did you stay the whole game, by the way, that day? Or did you
I did,
revert?
yeah. The game flew by. They ended up 10 running Middleton.
Okay.
Nice of you to stay for the whole one that time.
That's part of the deal.
Keep your questions coming for Matt LePay. I guess we can probably sprinkle this in all show long. We've got a few fun things planned, including Luke Fickell, scheduled to appear at 11 o'clock, but the questions continue to roll in. 844-770-3776. Coming up next, I've got Matt LePay asking all three questions of Wilde and Tausch.
That's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
This is how we take care of Tausch around here. He's got to rest the pipes some days. He's got a big vacation coming up.
Today wouldn't be one of those days, but I think everybody would appreciate Matt reading him.
And so in honor of Alumni Day at American Family Field today, Brewers-Rockies 3:10 first pitch for the actual game, and then to follow the alumni game as the sun sets on American Family Field tonight. The alumni teams are set. Which Brewers alum am I is today's Wilde and Tausch trivia category. 844-770-3776.
Cleveland Indians logo.
Jim Thome.
Albert Bell.
Mike Hargrove.
There you go.
Since normally Jason asked me what caller number I want, Tausch, this is a bad idea. What caller number should I take for trivia today?
12. Caller 12.
Caller
nice
12.
And easy for you.
That is nice and easy. I appreciate that. 844-770-3776. Wilde and Tausch trivia coming up next. First, Tausch, tell us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
I will indeed. A little easy 60-minute drive, and if you want to throw a little craps with Coach Alvarez and Jesse Nelson, you might see those guys down there as well at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois. I was going to have Matt read this one because if you're over 55,
thanks,
and it's Wednesday, which it's not today, you get 50% off meals of $40 or less.
I'm in.
That sounds fantastic. Great food down there, too. You can also they have great table games, slots, live shows, and, of course, the sports book. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois.
Wilde and Tausch trivia coming up next with Matt LePay and Mark Tauscher. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off-season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems, installation of new or old hoops, and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at AnnexWealth.com.
25 years ago, a generational Bucs team made an unforgettable run.
This is the place to be.
Light It Up, narrated by Jim Paschke, is the new season of the Behind the Bucs podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. This is the oral history of the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucs and their run to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolute bedlam here at the Bradley Center.
Listen now on Bucs.com/plus, the Bucs app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts.
ESPN Milwaukee fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica, Jens Family Chiropractic focuses on finding the cause of the problem, not just helping you manage the symptoms. For nearly 10 years, they've helped Milwaukee area patients find real answers through personalized care and advanced treatment options. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Summer and baseball go hand in hand, and as a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Carbless is helping fans swing into full flavor all season long. Whether you're at the ballpark, tailgating with friends, or catching the game from home, Carbless delivers bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail that's ready wherever summer takes you. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 100 calories, gluten-free and full of flavor. Carbless. Find your bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at ikea.us or the IKEA app.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Radio Network takeover of Wilde Tausch today. Matt LePay and Mark Tauscher. I'm Jesse Nelson, just handling the ins and outs for old T, just because we want to make him comfortable before he heads out for vacation.
I need to be comfortable.
It's my role here. Time now for a very special edition of Wilde Tausch Trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf with Matt LePay, and is our Cousin Sub of the Day, asking all 3 questions.
That rhymes. Matt LePay, Cousin Sub of the Day.
That's big time.
Hey.
How'd it take this long for this to happen?
I don't know.
Wilde Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Cool down with the summer shake from Cousin Subs. Enjoy 4 delicious flavors: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and mint. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. And by Vortex Golf. Trivia winners this week receive a hat, ball marker, sticker, and a blade rangefinder courtesy of Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
By the way, with Jesse, with you handling all the ins and outs, does this just increase the value of Jason Wilde? Because normally he handles all of this, right? Is he going to come back and ask for more money?
He will.
Of the heavy lifting that he does day in and day out?
That's probably what he will do.
I don't want to make Jason nervous, but I think the fact that I'm handling it makes me more valuable in this case. So
that's a good point.
Got a couple of head shakes from the studio audience, just so you know.
Not on YouTube, I bet. Let's welcome in today's contestant. It is Sam in Kenosha. Sam, welcome to a very special edition of Wilde Tausch Trivia. How are you?
Good. Feeling a lot of pressure now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And with that, I turn it over to my fake dad, Matt LePay, handling today's questions.
Sam sounds overwhelmed. All right, Sam, the pressure's on. Here we go. Trivia question. I pitched a complete game shutout representing Team USA in the gold medal game of the 2000 Summer Olympics in Sydney. Which Brewers alum am I? Am I Ben Sheets? Am I Doug Davis? Or am I Jesse's real dad, Usher George?
I'll go with Ben Sheets.
Yes, sir.
Well done. I'm still the one asking. I'm doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, you're
here.
doing all the work here.
I need more money. Who's my
Did
agent?
you know that one, Tausch?
I did know that one. Ben Sheets was a baller.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, so Doug Davis, lefty, right?
Doug Davis was a lefty.
Yeah. Yep.
Solid.
Jesse's real dad, Usher George, a righty.
Out in right center field.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. I think he writes left-handed, though.
Oh.
But he golfs right-handed. I don't understand.
All right, we'll figure it out and let us know.
Ambidextrous.
As Jim Gantner would say, he's amphibious.
Amphibious.
There you go.
Yeah. Versatile.
Question number 2. Between stints in Major League Baseball, I played in Korea and was named MVP of the KBO back in 2014. That's Korean Baseball Organization. I also homered off Max Scherzer while playing for the Brewers in the 2019 postseason. Which Brewers alum am I? Am I Nerd Power, Eric Sogard? Am I Eric Kratz? Or am I Eric Thames?
Eric Thames.
There you go.
Jacked. Right, he was jacked.
Great dude. He was, when he
He had
first...
his own theme song.
He did. When he joined the team, he was just hitting bomb after bomb in the first month, and people are going, look, he's kind of big. And he said, test me whenever you want.
I think he had either a walk-off home run or a walk-off hit, and they ripped his jersey off, and everyone's like, oh, my God, look at that guy.
Yeah.
Did he get into, you missed this, but Jesse spent a whole segment talking about the best-looking brewer and how it's Sal Frelick.
No, the ladies in 117 on Monday said Garrett Mitchell. Garrett Mitchell surpassing J.J. Hardy for the greatest of all time. Sal Frelick's in the mix. There's a lot of good-looking brewers. Joey Ortiz was getting. Keon Broxton got a couple of nominations.
That's what you get, man, at Wilde Tausch. 10 years of that.
My real dad didn't appreciate that one either.
So our guy Sam's 2 for 2 here. All right. Here we go. Question number 3. In 2011, I became the 3rd catcher and 7th Brewers player in franchise history to hit for the cycle. Which Brewers alum am I? Am I Jonathan Lucroy? Am I Chad Moeller? Or am I George Kataris?
I'm going to go Luke Roy.
That's a tough question.
I'm not going to lie to you. I never heard of, I guess I've heard of Kataris.
Kataris?
George Kataris.
Yeah. Lucroy's in the game today, right? He's
all three.
Yeah.
No, Lucroy and Kataris are in there. Chad Moeller is not.
Thames is playing today.
Thames is in there. All three of the Erics are in there.
So this is a legit game. They're playing a real baseball game.
Is it softball or is it? Do they bring the fences? I can't remember from last year.
Last year they did a home run derby, so this is all new this year.
That's
so
right.
I had a couple of texts come in. I don't know, so I want to preface it by that. I think they are televising this on Brewers TV after the regular game gets done.
No, but is it
today.
a game?
It's the alumni game. So my understanding, this is a full-on baseball game.
So Ben Sheets is going to be out there dealing, pitching 30 or 40 pitches.
I mean, each team has like 7 pitchers on it. So my assumption is this is a real baseball game that they're going to be playing at American Family Field today.
We'll tune in.
Yes.
We will tune in. No, that's a pretty good that's a good roster.
It's a fun idea by the Brew Crew.
Great that they're doing it. Sam, congratulations. You got 3 of the 4 entries for our drawing.
We're going to do a live drawing here?
We will do a live drawing. Not at this moment.
Well, then it's not a live drawing.
Well,
can we not do
sorry,
a live
Sam,
drawing?
I'm sorry.
I think everybody gets a lot of fun.
No.
Sam is on pins and needles.
I
Everybody
know.
wants Sam to
We're
win.
not ready to do it.
Why aren't we ready?
Because I haven't been producing all week. There's some concern about the cheese fry helmet out there right now, so I got to make sure we're all
could be wrong with the cheese
I got to make sure all the chips are in it. I got to make sure we got all the information. We've had several producers.
I see the cheese fry. It looks like there's chips in there, but Sam, we'll be pulling for you.
Got a lot of drama going on here.
Either way, still love you guys.
We love you too.
We appreciate it, Sam.
This is where Jesse. This is where Jesse wants to make everybody knows he's overworked. Right there. Is that not accurate?
I don't think I needed this to let everyone know that I'm overworked today. We do need to stay on track. I have a special surprise for you guys planned at 10:15. So we got to get a segment in before that. So we'll get some more questions for Matt LePay coming up. First Tausch, big day at American Family Field. Big day for American Family Insurance.
Always. Brew Crew, your dream game day starts at the parking lot patio located outside American Family Field next to the third base gate entrance. Parking lot patio is your go-to pregame hangout. Play yard games, grab free giveaways, free, fun, and open to fans of all ages. Stop by before your next Brewers home game. Parking lot patio is presented by our friends at American Family Insurance.
The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes with Matt LePay and with Mark Tauscher as our cousin sub of the day. It's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today. Visit MoMAMKE.com. That's MoMAMKE.com.
At Associated Bank, we know it's not always fun thinking about saving. You know what is fun? Not thinking about it. That's why we call it automated savings. You save automatically. How much you want, how often you want, for whatever you want. And if you don't know how much to save, well, that's why we're here. We'll suggest an amount so you hit your target without ever thinking about it. See, saving can be fun, especially when it's automatic. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home isn't just a transaction. It's one of life's biggest decisions.
That's why clarity, trust, and the right guidance matter, especially in an ever-changing market.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
I'm John Lorenz.
And I'm Taylor Mangini. Our team delivers a white glove experience at every price point, combining expert negotiation, local insight, and genuine care.
Get started today with a team you can trust at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Marquette Basketball head coach Shaka Smart here, and you're listening to the home of Marquette Basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Time now for headlines as we predict what will happen on Sunday as the Packers take on the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say Kissing Cousins, Pack Bikes tie.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
He missed it again! And we'll end this crazy game in a tie. Oh, my goodness.
This is Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Matt LePay is the Cousin Sub of the day. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Wilde and Tausch. I'm Jesse, handling the ins and outs today, back in my producer booth. You're welcome.
The underpaid Jesse Nelson?
Yeah. Okay. So we're taking questions for Matt LePay throughout today's show on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line, 844-770-3776. I have two that I think are pretty good. One skews a little more on the not as great side. One skews on the very overconfident positive side. We have time for one of them right now. Which one would you guys like to address? The slightly negative one or the way over positive one?
I'll let Matt answer that.
Let's go with the slightly negative. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
We can do that.
Then here it is. This is from Nick in Middleton. Curious on Mark and Matt's comments on the last couple of years for Badger football, and if we were healthy, mainly at quarterback, could we have seen a Badgers college football playoff game? My thoughts: we would have beat Penn State and number 1 Oregon, and who knows who else along with those.
I think it's a stretch to say that was the difference between being a CFP team and not. I think it would have made a couple of difference. Maybe they would have won a couple of games. Though the games that you mentioned, Penn State and Oregon, both of those teams were ripe to be beaten that night. They were probably the C- games for both teams, which were really good. But to just say that because, 1 year Tanner Mordecai gets hurt and then, Billy Edwards and so on and so forth, Tyler Van Dyke, that robbed them of being a playoff team, that's a little too simplistic.
Yeah, I would agree. I think you look at especially that Penn State game, obviously the poor decision, and that led Penn State. The defense played their tails off in both those games. But That's too simplistic. And by the way, there are other games that didn't kind of go that way. So a college football playoff, no. But obviously, anytime a team loses its starting quarterback and you're trying to figure things out, was it last year that we were at 5 or 6 different quarterbacks, or was it 2 years ago? I can't even remember. When you're always dealing with that and not having any type of stability, it's really hard to build any kind of competent offense. And obviously last year was a struggle trying to find some way that you could move the football consistently.
I don't think it's unreasonable to say it's the difference between being a bowl team and not.
No, for sure I would agree with that.
That would have kept the streak going, and it may not have excited people to go into whatever bowl a 6-win season will get you, 6 or 7, but I think with a healthy quarterback, that is not unreasonable to think that they could have at least been a bowl-eligible team.
Jesse, you really wanted to do this when Matt said 6 or 7.
I did want to do
it.
6 or 7.
I saw it. You pulled it back.
Thanks for not doing that.
It's over. How different would we be viewing the program right now if the starting quarterback, the preferred starting quarterback going into each of the seasons that Luke Fickell's been the head coach, was healthy for every game during his tenure? How different would fans and everybody be looking at this right now?
I think it would be a little bit different, but if you're talking about 6-6 or 7-5, I think fans' expectations, because of the success of the program and winning 8, 9, 10 games, going to bowls, in a lot of cases big bowls, it would have been better than it is now, but they would not have been satisfied. Because Exhibit A is Nebraska. They've been a little better under Matt Rule, but nowhere near where the expectations are for that program. So, I mean, their ceiling is sky high, the 3 national titles in the 90s and all of that. But it would be different. It would be maybe a little bit more encouraging. And hopefully this season, with the new quarterbacks, I think, there's more talent there. Plus guys coming back, Carter Smith and Danny O'Neill. But with Colton Joseph and that group, Deuce Adams and Ryan Hopkins, that there's more talent, I think overall talent in that room now. Hopefully they're on a path to kind of winning those fans back who are sitting around saying, prove it, prove something to us.
Yeah, there's no doubt that we just discussed the quarterback piece to this, but no, 6 and 7 wins was not going to be where the expectations when Luke Fickell was hired and what everybody's thoughts was this is going to take, because he had all the success at Cincinnati, made the playoff. I think the expectations, I bet if you had to ask, they'd probably look back and say, we probably shouldn't have come so guns a-blazing when we first got here, even though that's what everybody was expecting until you kind of got your teeth into where you were at. And then I think you kind of sensed reality was hitting after the first couple games, even against lesser non-conference teams. You started really getting that vibe like we got some work to do before we can get to where we want to go.
Have a special surprise planned for you guys coming up next with Matt LePay as our cousin sub of the day. The Badgers may qualify as a potential sleeper team in the Big Ten this year if you think their expectations could surpass what we might think going into this season. Tausch, when we're talking about sleepers on this show, we're talking about Steinhoffels.
Indeed, we love Steinhoffels. They are our big partner with our 10-year anniversary, and they have been a great partner from the jump. Steinhoffels Summer Sell-Off Sale. It ends on Sunday. This is the last chance to save up to 30% store-wide. Plus, you get an extra $100 off purchases of $9.99 or more if you've been waiting to replace that sofa, upgrade your bedroom, or finally get the dining set you've had your eye on. Now is the time. And with 60-month financing, it's easier than ever to bring it home. Don't wait. These savings disappear after this weekend. Shop your nearest Steinhoffel showroom or go online at steinhoffels.com before the summer sell-off ends. And always remember, relax. It's Steinhoffels.
A special surprise for Matt LePay and Mark Tauscher. Matt LePay is our cousin sub of the day. It's coming up next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 4th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Local Union 2150 IBEW. Tune in August 4th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Vortex Golf makes rangefinders for serious golfers who need an accurate number every time. With 3 options, the Blade, Blade Slope, and Anarch, there's a Vortex rangefinder that fits your game. Crystal clear optics and features like image stabilization keep you steady in big moments. Plus, every Vortex Golf product is backed by a no-questions-asked lifetime warranty. If you're looking for an accurate number every time, Vortex Golf belongs on your bag. Grab yours and everything you need for golf season in Wisconsin at Shields.com.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Calling all High Life lovers, the Champagne of Beers is making history. They're selecting their very first mayor of the Champagne of Beers region. Share your story, throw your hat in the ring, and show us why you love High Life by visiting the Miller Brewery website. Must be 25 plus to sign up, 21 plus to enjoy. Celebrate responsibly.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousins Subs, we believe in better.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Amore, pepperoni, amore, mozzarella, amore. Screaming Sicilian, screaming Sicilian, more.
Screaming Sicilian frozen pizza. More toppings, more flavor. More is amore.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
LePay, it is the Cousins Sub of the Day with Mark Tauscher, the Badgers Football Radio Network booth, taking over here on Wilde Tausch. Wilde Tausch's 10th anniversary presented by Steinhoffels. I said I had a special surprise planned for you guys here this segment. Not just one, but two people who have influenced this show over its years. That means it's time now for our 10 for 10 series built by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
10 great years.
I didn't realize that I was going to be witnessing miracles this morning.
10 incredible guests.
Yeah, this is for Mark Tauscher, or Tausch, as they say. This negativity's got to stop.
10 unique ways to feature those who have influenced this show the most.
Oh, I'm shocked you guys still have my phone number, much less still had me on the air.
Wilde Tausch's 10th anniversary is presented by Steinhoffels. And this is the 10 for 10 series, built by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Wisconsin's best deck builders.
Two longtime longtime recurring guests of the show and two people who have influenced it over the years. Not only Matt LePay as our cousin sub of the day, Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio.
Oh, boy.
Hi, Evan.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I've done so many things for Matt's career that I just figured that let this be another one that I have done to help the iconic career of Matt LePay, Hall of Famer. I mean, Tausch, if it wasn't for me, would he really be in the spot he's in right now? Hello, boys.
You're a great mentor. Bonus
Yeah, thank you.
Evco.
Oh, what an honor. What an honor. Boy, the two of you, 3 hours in a row, more work than you're going to do all summer, I think, with the two of you.
You might be right. I've been watching Unsportsmanlike, and I was wondering if you were still on the show, so I'm glad that you're back, too.
Oh, really? Really? Why is that? Because I had to you want a first take? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you hosted a national TV show, too?
Wow. America's host.
Did you ever think that Evan Cohen would be this big time, Matt, when he was your underling?
Well, that's why he's my mentor. You could just tell as a college student. Now we still don't get the invite to the big party.
Yeah, I know. I see this big party, and
it's okay.
And he's now. I was listening this morning. He's doing a lemonade stand with seltzers.
Oh God!
Really?
He's out selling seltzers. His producer wants the seltzers, and I like saying seltzer. I don't know why I like saying seltzer. And Evan's out there selling it like it's at a lemonade stand. Tell me more,
Let me
Evan.
give the backstory. Let me give you the backstory.
Okay.
So, I do not drink alcohol. That's just not my thing. I've never done it. Like, I've never been drunk, nothing like that, right? And which is people say, like, it's really unfair that I went to UW-Madison and I took someone's roster spot, in essence, because how can you have a non-drinker go to UW-Madison? Oh, well, because I attached myself to LePay for 4 years instead. Anyway.
Yeah, I drank a lot, though, being attached to Evan.
Sure
but anyway, proceed.
You needed to, yes.
Match midway through the third quarter, I can't deal with this guy anymore. Can I get one of the hard seltzers?
Exactly.
He's turning back to Dave. The great engineer. Like, you got anything back there? Because this guy's an idiot. Anyway, so we had this big hibachi party on Friday.
Oh, Dave just texted in. He agreed. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Dave's drinking too.
We had this big hibachi party on Friday, which, by the way, in the middle of it, I'm getting LePay texting, boy, thanks for the invite. And then Tausch backs it up, so I got to deal with that. And then we had a bunch of people over last night, and as
when
a
did
result,
you become so social? Like, you don't like people. This is weird.
That's a good point.
That's correct. I don't know when I became so social.
Is this your wife driving this, or are you? Because you are not one, and no offense. I don't see you as somebody that loves hosting a bunch of stuff, and now you're doing it, and I'm guessing you're more worried about cleaning up and making sure everything's back to normal while people are still there. Am I wrong on that assessment?
Well, when my wife said to me beforehand, before everybody got there last night, do me a favor. Do not clean up until it's over. I said, well, that's on them. And she said, what do you mean? I said, if the people annoy me, I'm going to start cleaning up.
So what time do you kick him out? Like 7:30?
I have, Matt, I swear to God, we have napkins that says leave by 9.
The host with the most.
Yeah. No, but they didn't leave so close to 10. It was a little rough.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, a little rough.
What a grinder. What a grinder.
But anyway, so I bought all these hard seltzers for the Friday night, and then I had them all for last night, and I put them out, and nobody drank them. And I don't know what to buy or not to buy from an alcohol perspective, but so, yeah. I'm like, well, do I sell these things now? What do I do? So does nobody drink these hard seltzers anymore?
I don't think you can just, like, put a lemonade. Like, I think you need to have, like, a license to sell alcohol. I don't think you can just randomly.
I'm not actually selling. Come on.
Well, what? Come on, what?
No.
I don't think you're allowed to hand them out for free either.
I don't know. I mean,
as like a vendor, I don't know if you can do that.
I don't either. So what are you going to do with them? Throw them out?
No, I guess I'll keep them for. I have a certain friend who likes to drink these, so when he comes over, I guess I will.
Okay.
I will have him have them. Yeah.
Okay.
Evan, what are
anyway? Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What are the stories? What are the stories that you could share about your time as a student with Matt LePay? I don't know. And I know you're his mentor now, but what were the stories of him being your mentor when you were a student here at UW?
Oh, he was the best ever. I mean, he's going to be uncomfortable that I'm doing this.
I love it when you get him uncomfortable. Keep telling him how great he is.
So Matt was really the best ever, and like took me under his wing on not like literally everything. And it was not only the play-by-play broadcast for my junior and senior year, but it was also, he was hosting the TV show for the coaches, so with Bo Ryan specifically. And then he did the coaches' radio shows where I would show up to the remotes, and I wasn't working them. And there were many times where Matt would give me the look of like, what is wrong with you? Why are you here? You're 19, 20 years old. Go have fun in college. And I would just be like a LePay groupie. And I would listen to they did like.
Speaking of uncomfortable,
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, no, but there was so there's a few funny things. So first, well, not funny. I actually this one was brought up with Jim and Molly yesterday, totally randomly. There was a day, and it haunts me to this day, where a friend of mine pulled a prank on me because we were friendly with Wendell Bryant, offensive lineman for the Badgers, great player.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend calls me. He's like, "Yo, I just got off the phone with Wendell." I said, okay, cool. Like, we see him all the time. He goes, no, he got hurt in practice today. I go, come on. He was a star defender on the team. I was like, all right, I got to go. I got to call LePay. I called LePay, and I'm like, I got inside information for you. And Matt, thank God, didn't do anything with it other than check on it, right? And I'm like, he tore his ACL, whatever. Matt calls me back 5 minutes later. He goes, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Nothing happened. I'm watching him at practice right now, and my friend was screwing with me, and I was mortified, absolutely mortified that I'm like thinking I'm some inside reporter guy and giving LePay information. Total disaster. There was once a game where I was calling for the student radio station. It was Wisconsin against Furman in basketball. And I showed up there before him. And again, these looks of like, I can't, Matt, were they disappointment or like I was just weird, like that I would just do these things Saturday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Kohl Center for Wisconsin Furman. The game started probably at 1 o'clock. And I'm showing up 4 hours beforehand because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. And now you actually do a bit out of it on social where you make fun of people that show up early and post about it. But I think I was that guy at that point.
No, you were the early entry into the False Hustle Hall of Fame. That's what that is. You show up 4 hours in front of the game to do what? That is the epitome of false hustle. I mean, I'm there 3 hours before a football game, but I'm getting my stuff together, talking to a few people. There's a little false hustle there. But, yeah, I always love people who have to have the empty stadium. Here I am today, my 5th game in 4 days. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
And is it different for you when you're doing football games because you don't have an analyst?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Gosh.
Wow, that's
snap. Evan's got to get going, doesn't he? That's a lot of Evan for me this week. I'm not going to. A lot of Evan this week. Yeah, what?
I want to ask you a serious question.
Sure, go ahead.
How is it, 10th anniversary year for Wilde Tausch, to just sit there, look across, and see that guy, Matt LePay, in the studio co-hosting with you? That's got to be pretty damn awesome.
It's awesome. In all seriousness, it is awesome. And, obviously Matt is great to come and a little bit of off time that he has to come in here and do this. And we're obviously excited about WTMJ getting the Milwaukee being football home, volleyball home, basketball home, all of the Wisconsin Badger sports that we now have. And Matt's going to be a big part of that too. So it's awesome on a bunch of fronts, and especially around that announcement. So, yes, absolutely, it's great.
And by the way,
can we go even? Yes, go ahead, Matt.
No, my final thought for you, Evan, is that when you were there at those coaches shows with Bo Ryan, I was looking at you because I wanted you to host it. I wanted you to take my place.
Yeah, why didn't you step up?
Because with Bo, no matter what you asked him, he would get around to Chester. And I thought you needed to hear that. I've heard it a lot, and you never took the bait.
Do you think if you would have thrown that, do you think Evan would have went and done it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would have been.
He
almost did that to me.
It's a regret. It's a regret because I thought the eye contact might have been the hint, but I should have just said, Evan, get up here.
Whoa. LeBron signing with the Sixers.
Breaking news.
What?
Huh?
Oh.
Uh-oh. All right, Evan, you're our NBA analyst nationally. What does that mean?
This is stunning.
Tough break for the Heat.
Stunning.
Tough break for your
LeBron,
Miami Heat.
Wow.
Why would he do this if you're LeBron?
Because that is the best team in his mind that I believe that he could sign with, right? In his mind, he just tweeted, "I'm lucky I'm on a red light. Another championship." Oh no, wait. Okay, sorry. Now that's the fourth tweet. This is wow. Wow. I'm like stunned.
Now,
absolutely stunned.
Are you sure you're not pulling a Wendell Bryant false injury here? I mean, do we have confirmation?
No.
Okay.
You know what? You know who tweeted it, Matt? Shams did.
Oh, Shams.
Well, then okay.
It's good.
Take it to the bank. Yep. Our guy.
Wow.
Evan, is that so? You're not surprised that he didn't go to the Heat, but does that now make Philly the odds-on favorite to make the finals?
No, I think you got to still go with the Knicks, and I think that people are extremely underrating the Indiana Pacers and how good Wisconsin native Tyrese Halliburton is. When healthy, obviously, having been there 2 years ago. I'm stunned. I am absolutely stunned by this.
Do you have a notification that just pops up, because you were driving, and I know you're a safe driver, and I know you're at a red light.
Yeah, it's well, I have notifications.
Oh, he's probably got his own driver. Like when Wilde met us for lunch, he probably.
Yeah,
do you
point.
have Did ESPN? I know you're in a gated community and you're throwing all these swanky parties. Do you now not even have to drive? Do you have your own Jeeves?
No, I'm driving myself. I cannot believe this. I like literally cannot believe this. What an Daryl Morey gets out of there, and look what happens.
Boy, there's nobody.
Oh my God.
There's nobody you despise more than Daryl Morey, isn't it?
Your
There's
day's
some
been.
connection. By the way, there's some connection to Baraboo with Daryl Morey. Jesse can look that up.
No, he won't look it up.
I know.
Yeah, no,
he's
he was on
working
with,
too hard. He's got other stuff.
Matt
going on.
Hamilton knows Daryl Morey, but he's been on with him before on his show.
Is that
here.
right?
So yeah, there's some kind of. I'll check with that
We'll
connection.
trust the process.
Evan, this was an unexpected surprise, but awesome. Thanks so much for sharing this moment with us. This was pretty cool.
Wait, can I just say one? Can I just say one
you
other
can
thing?
say whatever you want.
Sure,
yeah,
show.
How long? You
Very
go as
quickly,
long as you
very
want.
Quickly. Very quickly.
Yeah.
There is something to leading with kindness and honesty. And the reason that I think LeBron James, one of them, is on the Philadelphia 76ers is the same reason that Matt LePay is in studio. Bob Myers, who is the president of that sports group that owns that team, is an amazing person. And him leading with that kindness makes people want to be around him and his leadership of success and stability, et cetera. And that is Matt LePay as well. Same thing. Bob Myers looks better, but in general, that is the same thing. That is why
shot at
get
you.
There was
people-
kind of a shot. Yeah, it's okay.
Is Bob Myers a good-looking dude, or what? I don't know Bob Myers.
Yeah.
Is he related to Mike
Matt,
Myers? Is he related to
In my
Mike
younger
Myers?
days, maybe, but not now.
But that's in all seriousness. I hope the audience understands, because you hear Matt on Saturdays for football and all throughout the year calling basketball. I don't think people understand the true level of kindness and greatness that this man has when he does not need to have it for anyone. He is as giving as any person you're ever going to meet and takes literally nothing. Absolutely nothing. And Tausch can vouch for that, and I can vouch for that for the better part of the last 20
So can Jesse. Like, everybody can. Matt is. Look at how Matt is. He's not even blushing.
So Evan, the next time you come up, are you picking up the tab at Tornado then? Is that what you're saying? With Tausch and
when
Jesse
are you?
and I?
He's coming up too for something.
Yeah,
I'm
you will
trying
be
to remember.
here.
He's coming up for something. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I can't, like, I don't think I can announce all of the details, which means I don't know them. But for the week of the USD game.
Oh, fun.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think I know the details of it. That'll be great.
Yeah.
You make sure
Get
you call and
Bollinger
get
there.
that. Make sure you call and get that reservation this time.
Only with Bollinger.
Well, Bollinger lives
only
there.
with Bollinger.
I don't even think he's left from the Legends outing. I think he's still up there.
Bollinger and Kirk Petty are still there from the last time we went.
Yeah, I think there might be some truth in that. All right, Evan, but right before we let you go, when I say the Philadelphia 76ers and that logo, who is the first person that comes to your mind?
Dr. J.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right.
Iverson.
Okay.
Daryl
Well, but I'm
Dawkins.
older than you.
That's the fun of this
Daryl
game.
Dawkins. Well, but Matt, the 67 team, a lot of people say is the best NBA team of all time. People have said that 67. No, I'm serious.
Which people?
Wow.
Which people?
I can't believe nobody said Doug Collins. Come on.
No, I would have. I'm trying to think. I would have went Dr. J. Chuck. How about Chuck? Moses.
1967 Sixers.
No, Moses.
Moses
Malone. Fo.
Caldwell Jones. Daryl Dawkins.
Evan doesn't know anything about that.
Eric
football.
Snow.
Yep.
Ooh, former
Eric
Michigan
Snow
State
was
Spartan.
an assistant coach at FAU for a little bit. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Remember the linebacker?
Who was
Percy Snow, linebacker.
Was he the dude from Temple? Who was the Temple guy that was part of that 76ers team?
Eric Snow was Michigan State.
Aaron McKee. Aaron McKee.
Yeah, nice player, too. Underrated squad, that 76ers team.
Tune in Monday for more Sixers history.
Evan, sounds like you might have your hands full the rest of this day. Thanks so much for carving out a few minutes for us. We do appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.
See you, Evco.
Evan Cohen, host of Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings, starting at 5 a.m. on ESPN Wisconsin, a UW-Madison alum, and he joins us along with Matt LePay today as part of our 10 for 10 series built by Outdoor Living Unlimited. With a pleasant surprise, some breaking news, LeBron James to the Sixers. How about that?
Yes, that is breaking news. We had some breaking news with our team at Outdoor Living Unlimited. We're getting our outdoor project started, and that's Aaron and Eric Brown, the brothers and owners of Outdoor Living Unlimited. They're the right guys for us to work with. They have the great hardworking values, and I love the fact Outdoor Living Unlimited is family-owned and locally operated. And, boy, they have options. Go in there. That's what took us so long. There's too much nice stuff in there. New decks, outdoor kitchens, screen rooms, everything you're looking for, Outdoor Living Unlimited has. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space. Check them out at OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
LeBron to the Sixers, some 10th anniversary celebration, your questions for Matt LePay, and still to come, Luke Fickell, scheduled to appear at 11 o'clock. That's all straight ahead. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at GreatMidwestBank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Milwaukee just got hotter. Announcing the Buys of Summer sales event at Ewald Automotive Group. Get the lowest prices guaranteed on new vehicles. We'll beat your best price by $500, or we'll pay you $500 cash. Guaranteed. Shop over 1,500 vehicles and make no payments until September. 11 brands, 10 locations, one easy experience. Don't miss Ewald's Buys of Summer sales event.
Go to EWaldAuto.com.
With approved credit, interest accrues from date of purchase. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
Summer is when homebuyers come out in full force.
Which means standing out matters. The right pricing, preparation, and marketing strategy can make all of the difference.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Bailey Eichner. Our white glove service includes expert communication, local knowledge, and luxury level service at every price point.
Because every home and every client deserves to be treated with care.
Get started today by searching online Tony Wendorf.
Tony Wendorf & Associates, driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our great friends at Road America. Turn your day into an experience at Road America. Just a short drive from Milwaukee and Green Bay, this legendary track offers more than just racing. Walk the grounds, explore every corner, and watch action from wherever you want. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. And on-site camping lets you stay all weekend. Up next is the Moto Sports Car Endurance Grand Prix featuring IMSA, July 30th through August 2nd. Great food, great views, and non-stop action. Road America, where racing meets the outdoors. Check out roadamerica.com.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
This is some breaking news.
That's breaking news. Wilde and Tausch with Matt LePay as our cousin sub of the day, along with Mark Tauscher here in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison. LeBron James tweeting while Evan Cohen joined us in our previous segment that he will be joining the Philadelphia 76ers. You want to hear what LeBron actually said?
I'd love to.
All right, here's what he put on X. I thought I was done when the season ended. I wasn't ready to announce it, and I knew I needed some time to really decide, but I was pretty sure I played my last game. I was honest at that last press conference when I said I needed to look at myself and decide if I still love what I'm doing, I think is what he said. I lost one of the tweets. I got 3 of the 4 tweets. That's great. All right. Anyway, this is my last decision. I'm not going for money. I'm not going for family. What I'm really playing for at this point, I still want to sacrifice. I still want to work, and I still want to grind. I still want to compete to win and to have a chance at the feeling of winning another championship. I believe I can help make the Philadelphia 76ers a championship team, and I'm so excited to energize a new fan base and start this incredible journey one last time.
So this is it. This is last year.
This is it.
Well,
signed a 1-year deal?
2, according to ESPN, a 2-year, $8 million deal with a player option.
Oh, wow.
This is my last decision, he says. So he will not go anywhere else or play anywhere. This is going to be it for LeBron.
Just feels weird to me. Like, Philly's got a lot of young talent. Obviously got Embiid. He is an ultimate difference maker, and I love the fact that he took time. I don't know if I never thought he was going to retire. He still plays. He's still too good. But that doesn't mean he also knows the work that he has to put in. For as much as I haven't liked some of the things LeBron has done and taken the easier path, the easy thing to do here would have been to go back to Cleveland to kind of get to finish it up. I do think that Philly can win. I think that he will move that needle. I was hoping maybe he went to Minnesota, somewhere that hasn't won, and I think had New York not won it, the Knicks is where he would have probably thought about going, but they did, and probably that allure went off. Philly hadn't won it since, I think, 83 with Dr. J and that whole crew. Maybe it was 81. It was in the early 80s. So that fan base, and for him to go in there, it's going to be uncomfortable. I love it. I think it's great.
I thought he was going to go to Miami.
With Giannis.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be a great fit.
Yeah, that's. I don't know how much he needs the ball compared to peak LeBron. I thought maybe Golden State. That would have been interesting
fun.
with Steph Curry in the group. I don't know how many people thought Philly. that caught me. It obviously caught Evan, although you could tell the hurt in his voice.
He was wanting Miami.
Did not take his talents back to South Florida.
I did see a tweet last night that one of the greatest and worst simultaneous sports moments ever would be if LeBron went to Miami and returned to jersey number 6, and he and Giannis combined for like a big pass and a dunk, and the entire crowd does the 6-7 thing at the same time with LeBron and Giannis. That would be like one of the most iconic things of all time. I saw that from someone on Heat Twitter last night. I thought it was funny, but obviously it's not going to happen anymore because he's going to the Philadelphia. Well, speaking of 6-7, the 76ers.
Yeah, I could flip that.
How about that?
I do think Evan, who is very dialed and he watches every NBA game, that's his deal. I do think it's interesting when you bring up the Bob Myers part of it, and he obviously led Golden State, was an executive, and now he's a big part of. And I think the dude that owns the 76ers is the whole, what was the big Fanatics Fest? Isn't he part of that whole group?
Oh, okay.
I think LeBron is also very savvy, and he understands that he's got a couple of years, 1, maybe 2 years left. I think it always makes a ton of sense to surround yourself with people that are unique and can generate a bunch of money and bunch of ideas, and LeBron has already done that. I think don't underestimate that piece. I think there's no doubt he thinks Philly can win. I think that's a piece of it, but I think there's also some off-the-court stuff. LeBron is never going to just do something because this is the easy. This is going to be something that he knows will help continue to build the brand that he has built, which is obviously fantastic.
And how strong will the Eastern Conference be? We know the champs are there.
You don't want any part of the West.
No.
No.
You've got maybe a better path in the East. You assume the Knicks will be really good again. We'll see with the Celtics. The modern superstar, man, just kind of bouncing around. Yeah. Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, L.A.
The days of the logo game for people doing shows like this in 25 years is going to be very tricky because you're going to put the Sixers, you're going to be thinking LeBron.
Where would you put him? Where would you, like LeBron?
Cleveland. Always Cleveland.
Always Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's got to be Cleveland.
Not Miami. Okay.
It would have been Miami had he not gone back to Cleveland and won, but because he did that, it restored the legacy. That he's always going to be the Cleveland guy.
I think it's got to be Dwayne Wade if you're thinking Heat logo.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Pat Riley.
Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah. Riley. Boston Celtics, you thinking Red Auerbach?
Paul Pierce.
Oh, come on.
It's the first one that came to mind.
Larry Bird.
I was going to say Havlicek.
Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Like that's
Bill
a tough
Russell,
one.
Pretty good.
That's a tough one.
Won a
too.
few rings.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Luke Fickell scheduled to appear, by the way, coming up at 11 o'clock here. Matt LePay, Mark Tauscher in on Wilde Tausch. Tausch, what's the first thing that comes to mind when I say Jones Dairy Farm?
Bacon. It's life-changing. Why is it so special? Well, it's dry-aged for up to 3 weeks. It's got intense flavor, smoked with real cherry wood, hickory hardwood, never liquid smoke. I also love the fact Jones Dairy has been around forever. Loyalty, 7 generations in Fort Atkinson all the way back to 1889, and their stuff is clean. They don't have all the nitrates and the fillers. It is the original family recipe. Visit jonesdairyfarm.com to find all of where Jones products are in the different grocery stores across the state of Wisconsin, and that is jonesdairyfarm.com.
Got a quick version of Name That Year served up by Sendix that we're going to play leading up to Luke Fickell, scheduled to appear coming up on Wilde Tausch. Stick around.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 4th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Local Union 2150 IBEW. Tune in August 4th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Enjoy Ozaki County's premier golf destination, The Bog in Saukville. Featuring 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, The Bog offers a golf experience unlike any other for all skill levels. But The Bog is more than just golf. It's the perfect setting for corporate events, weddings, and group outings. Our team brings every detail to life. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, then enjoy a bite to eat in our restaurant or out on our new patio bar overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy The Bog.
Wisconsin State Fair turns 175 this summer, and we only get better with age. Join us for 11 days of fun, iconic traditions, grand champion moments, and food that's absolutely worth the hype. Celebrate 175 years together and get your tickets today at wistatefair.com. Wisconsin State Fair, presented by T-Mobile, August 6th through 16th. We'll see you there.
Hey, it's Jen Latta. One thing I've learned while working with 2 Day Painting is that great communication makes all the difference. Their team walked me through every step of my exterior painting project, from color selection to scheduling and project completion. They've also won the Top Choice Award 5 years in a row, and after working with them, I understand why. Every project includes a free color consultation to help bring your vision to life. Schedule your free estimate today at 2daypainting.com. That's 2daypainting.com, and tell them Jen sent you.
Marquette's First Team All-Americans, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Mullen, Kogis, Meminger, Jones, Lee, Wade, and Howard. Got to mention Ed Boops Mullen, 1934. No idea about the Boops, but he was a first-year law student in his All-American season. Don Kogis in 61 averaged a 21-17 double-double with 2 games at 26 rebounds. And Dwayne Wade, 2003 consensus first-team All-American. How was he not National Player of the Year? David west of Xavier or T.J. Ford at Texas? Wrong. If you're a company owner offering medical insurance for your employees, you may be sick and tired of the constant increase in rates or change in benefits. Now's the time to take a look at a different type of plan. At Saganiac Planning, it's called level funding, an opportunity to keep premiums low and possibly receive a return of your premiums. For more on level funding, call Jack Saganiac, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here from MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today. Visit MoMAMKE.com. That's MoMAMKE.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Wilde Tausch back with you. Matt LePay is our cousin sub of the day today. Cousin subs, we believe in better. Luke Fickell scheduled to appear coming up next. He's the head coach of the Wisconsin football team.
That's what I heard.
Heard that.
You guys have talked to him a time or two before, but we'll talk to him on Wilde Tausch with Matt LePay for the first time ever here as the cousin sub of the day. Before we do that, celebrating Wilde Tausch's 10th anniversary, presented by Steinhoffel's, a quick round of Name That Year, served up by Sendix.
It's not a question of who.
Wilde and Tausch is my favorite show. This is called Wilde too.
Or what.
If you want to do this, it's great, but you're not getting any younger.
The question is, when?
Do I want Justin Fields to be replaced right now? I'm not sure. I could still probably develop him.
Wilde Tausch's 10th anniversary is presented by Steinhoffel's, and it's time to play Name That Year, served up by Sendix Food Markets.
Those guys have been around here a long time.
Sendix, celebrating 10 years of Wilde Tausch and 100 years as your trusted local grocer since 1926.
That was Luke Fickell helping welcome us in to Name That Year, served up by Sendix. How about that? All right, so here's the game. I play an audio clip from the past. You tell me what year you think it happened. Matt Tausch stinks at this game, so we'll see how much better you are at it.
I have not been very good at this.
I'm probably not going to be either.
Last week's theme with Homer as our cousin sub of the day. We played Homer's clips with us over the year. This week, I should say, pretty obvious. Matt LePay joining us over the years. What year did Matt LePay join us and say this?
Tausch, you sound a little rough today. How did it go last night?
I couldn't be more.
Good luck
ready
to you,
roll,
sir.
We moved the game up, right? Because 8 o'clock's a little late for us. Did they move it? I know we asked because both of us like staying up all night.
But apparently you practiced last night, though, right? So just
a
little revelry.
Listen, I think you always try to do mock games. Like the Packers were practicing late last night, and I knew tonight we're going to be up till 12 or 1. So I said, you know what? Let me prep by doing that exact same thing the night before.
What a pro.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, boy.
What year was that, Tausch?
When did we go down to a local bar in Milwaukee and you were hanging with Spree?
That was my pseudo bachelor party.
So what year was that?
2021.
I'm saying 2021 because I think that might have been one of those nights where we had a couple too many Tito's. And what I always love about Matt is he'll make sure he lets me know. He's like, big night last night, huh? Yeah.
Kinda
we had a night.
Kind of raspy.
Little raspy.
Matt, any idea what year you joined and said that on Wilde Tausch?
I'll say, I have no idea. I'll say 2019.
Oh, you guys went way too far back. Way too far back. That was the day of the Thursday night opener, the day Micah Parsons signed with the Green Bay Packers ahead of the 8 o'clock kickoff on a Thursday night.
Right?
Yeah, in 2025.
That
was last year?
That was just last year.
Boy, I was way off on that.
That was an 8 o'clock. That was against the Red Hawks, right?
Yeah, that was Miami, Ohio.
Miami.
8
Because
PM.
I actually got to go. Max was playing freshman football, and I fortunately had to leave to go watch, to go and work because that game was running clock at halftime. So that worked out well.
One more
That's
quick
probably
one.
why I had so many Tito's and sounded like that.
One more quick one so we can make sure we get to Luke Fickell here. So what year did Matt join us and answer this, a great idea that Tausch has pitched over the years here on Wilde Tausch?
Guys, I was actually talking to Jesse off air because I know he is moving up the ladder in the play-by-play chain. So I've been sucking up to him anyway. So when the big gig comes, that he remembers guys like me. So if I can help him with something like this, make his the greatest day of his life even better, how can I say no to that? Especially if the price is right.
The idea you were pitching, Tausch, was Matt interviewing the
I still think it's a great
maids of
idea.
honor and the best men.
Keep things a little tighter and have Matt be basically the MC. He would just show up for the wedding, eat a little dinner, maybe have a cocktail, get his fee, and then hit the road. I think it's a genius idea, and I think that'd be something you'd be up for, right? You love love.
He said yes
I
at
love
the time.
love. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I have absolutely zero recollection of that conversation. So I
think that's a good thing.
Yeah, probably a good thing.
It's a good thing. 2022.
2023.
You guys, we just said the bachelor party that we did, pseudo bachelor
That's
party,
2021.
was 2021, and that's when he said it because it was leading up to the wedding.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys, yeah.
We don't listen very well.
I stink at this game. I've learned.
Like that one was pretty obvious. So we just
That was close. I was within a year.
Yeah. Thanks for remembering when I got married. All right, well, at least you were there.
He got married.
He did. That year,
Oh, wow.
served up by Sendix, part of Wilde Tausch's 10th anniversary, presented by Steinhafels. Luke Fickell's coming up next. Tausch, tell us quickly about Sendix.
This segment, it is brought to you by Sendix, your trusted local grocer for the past 100 years. From the freshest produce and premium hand-cut meats to delicious deli favorites. I love their cheese curd bar, too. That is outstanding. They have great selection of wine and spirits. Sendix has everything you need for every meal and every occasion. Experience the quality, freshness, and service that have made Sendix a Wisconsin favorite for generations. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers, Luke Fickell, joins the radio booth takeover here of Wilde and Tausch. Matt LePay is our cousin sub of the day. Luke Fickell scheduled to appear in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Calling all High Life lovers, the Champaign of Beers is making history. They're selecting their very first mayor of the Champaign of Beers region. Share your story, throw your hat in the ring, and show us why you love High Life by visiting the Miller Brewery website. Must be 25 plus to sign up, 21 plus to enjoy. Celebrate responsibly.
Just doing some roofing on another lovely Wisconsin day. No gimmicks, no recent tradition never dwindles. So raise a glass, shake a hand for this old-fashioned brand. Whoop, that's old-fashioned roofing.
It's a winning explosion at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, Winplosion rockets in, bursting with $300,000 in cash and reward play. For your shot at winning, just play with your rewards card. Then join us for the Thursday night prize drawings. Plus, every Winplosion entry also counts toward the big WinFest Grand Finale in September. It's Winplosion. Big bang, big bucks. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling, trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Joining us now is the Green Bay Packers' new head coach, Matt LaFleur on Wilde Tausch.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Matt LaFleur, Matt Nagy, and Matt Patricia. Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach not named Matt? No, I'm sorry.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach named Matt? Matt Damon, Matt Ryan, somebody else.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
Can you repeat that question?
Sorry.
This is Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Wilde Tausch with Matt LePay, the voice of the Badgers, our cousin sub of the day. Cousin subs, we believe in better, along with Mark Tauscher. They make up the radio booth for the Wisconsin Badgers football broadcasts, which you hear statewide, including now on 620 WTMJ, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, the ESPN Wisconsin app, the 620 WTMJ mobile app.
I know Luke has downloaded all those. He is ready to hear all of our broadcast clips afterwards.
Oh, without a doubt.
I know he's dialed in on that.
I mean,
he's done skiing.
You guys are the booth. I'm going to let
When
you
he's
take
done
it.
skiing.
You guys please take it from here and introduce our guest on the Yingling Guest Hotline.
Matt?
Oh, I bring him in.
Yes.
We welcome in the head coach of your Wisconsin Badgers, Luke Fickell, water skier extraordinaire, apparently, as well.
So before we ask Luke that, do you think it was AI, or do you think, and what's Luke, 50-some-odd years old, could he really pull off what we saw on social media? Because you never know what's real, AI or real.
I want to say real. He's
I'm
an
going to say
athlete.
real, too. He's an athlete. Luke, real or fake?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, but have been out on the water a little bit, and I have figured out how to wake surf. There's a little something to it, but Tausch, we could take you. We got a big enough board.
I knew. I was wondering where that was coming. Did you get talked into it? Did you get talked into it from your guys, or was this something you planned on doing?
No, I planned to take them out there, and then all of a sudden they kind of threw that thing out there. And I've done it actually twice, once last year and one other time this year, and so I had to, when they said, "Hey, coach, it's your turn," I kind of said, "Okay, let's make sure I can do this." But no, it was a great time, and some of the guys are pretty darn good at it. I don't know that I'm to that level by any means, but Tausch, I'm sure you've done it. It's 11 miles an hour, so it's something. As you started to say, us 50. I know you're not there yet.
Close.
But some of the just over 50-year-olds, feel like we're not going to get hurt while doing something like that.
Who surprised you with I didn't realize they could get up and do what they were doing. Was there any surprises? Because you got a lot of young linebackers are going to be flying around doing it. Was there an O-lineman? Was there someone that surprised you?
we didn't have the big guys out. They were out shooting clay pigeons or something, as you guys like to do.
Yep.
But you can tell the guys that grew up on the water. And so Matt Young was out and, kind of suckered guys into listening to how it's to be done, and then walked out there and popped up in about, half a second. And next thing you know, he's trying 360s. And Emmett Bork's a guy that you could tell grew up a little bit on the water. But it's great to see a guy like J-Rob, who has no feel for the water. And never. The first thing he asked me when we went out there was, "Are there alligators in this water?" So I knew had no idea as to what he was going to have a chance to do. But to see an athlete like that after 5 or 6 or 7 times of just getting drugged through the water pop up there, and then all of a sudden it becomes like second nature. But actually the best one of all was Cooper Catalano, because I thought, he probably grew up around and on the waters and things like that. And he got waterboarded probably the first 2 or 3 times. And I think we forgot to tell him that when you don't get up, you're supposed to let go of the rope. I didn't know that was supposed to be in the teaching, that, hey, by the way, if you fall, let go of the rope. I don't know that maybe he's seen some YouTube videos.
He's probably afraid of the alligators.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was a good time.
That was a piece of advice I got 100 years ago when I tried water skiing. Hey, when in doubt, let go. And usually I did within 2 seconds.
Seems like it makes sense. That is an impressive picture of Coach Fickell up on the board. Did it come easy, or was it a little bit of work both for the boat and for you to get up?
Well, these boats nowadays, I think they handle some of us pretty well. I would say last summer it was a little bit. The first couple, I only did it once. It was a little bit of a struggle. They told me that getting a new board, outside of the 160-pounder board, might be something of some help to us. To myself. So it became a hell of a lot easier. Let's just say that.
We get a taste of maybe a different vibe right now. Luke, people ask, like, what do you think about the team and, the prospects of this season? And my answer is that I have sensed a different vibe, a different sense of optimism. I realize everybody's got a certain level of it at this time of year. But I remember talking to you in the spring. I walked away thinking, man, I think he feels pretty good about this team. But rather than me speculating, I'll ask you, you have a different sense with this group going into this year?
I do. I mean, and it's not because, look, I do think we're bigger. I do think we are longer, and I think we do have a different team speed, just in, some of the different additions. But more than all of that, I think that there's a different leadership mindset and a different leadership group on this team that really started, about midway through the season last year and has really grown. And so the biggest feel and the biggest difference is just those guys, their ability to, kind of understand that there's 45 or so new guys on this team and this program, but there's a standard that we had to continue to raise and most importantly uphold. And so with all those things being said, that and then the depth in the quarterback room and the competitive nature in the quarterback room, the two things that have me feeling really good, as we get rolling here.
You're just talking about quarterbacks. Everybody wants to know, about Colton and how has he fit in so far? And obviously camp's going to be opening here soon. Why are you so optimistic?
Well, so twofold. I think that there's a uniqueness that all quarterbacks have to have, right? You're a leader walking in the door. And we've had new quarterbacks the first 3 years. But I think the difference with a lot of those quarterbacks as they walked in, they felt like they had to be the guy from the get-go. And not that Colton didn't walk in the door and expect and say, look, we brought him here to be the starter. But I think he walked in the door with a different group of leadership around him. And it starts really for us on offense in that offensive line room. I think he's walked in and recognized that, okay, he had a lot to learn in this system, of the system that he came from and what he's played. But it gave him an opportunity to do that because there was a different core nucleus of leadership. And I think those young linemen, I say young linemen, those guys going into their third year have been a lot different from the time he walked in, and just as giving him that opportunity all through winter, through spring ball, to be a leader, but not have to be the guy that's always out in front and could kind of shoulder some of that leadership as he has grown in learning and developing, not just his leadership, but also the control of the offense.
You have a lot of new faces between freshmen and transfers. I mean, they're all here for a reason. You do your background work, looking at video, talking with coaches, talking with the players. But having seen these guys in the spring, were there a couple of guys who maybe popped like, wow, I didn't know he could do this? Do a couple of players come to mind?
There definitely are. I think on defense, newer guys that J-Rob, who has come in here from Arizona State at corner, is a guy that has just, I don't want to say exceeded all expectations. I thought he was a good player, a really good player on film. But I think that his ability to grow a little bit and get a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger, he's probably, I know some would dispute maybe the fastest guy on the team, but I would say he's the fastest guy on the team with a really good head on his shoulders. And a guy that's been a really good leader for us. And I think Marv, the same guy as a safety that's come from Missouri, has been a guy that, has figured out and recognized a role, not just as a leader, but as a guy that's played a lot of ball in his growth of recognizing, what the culture and the standards are here, have been really good for us on defense. And I think, I think there's some uniqueness at the wide receiver position. We got some guys that got to go out there and perform, but I think it really starts with that offensive line. Those three guys that I've mentioned, and Kevin Haywood, who've been here, and Colin Cubberley and Emerson Mandel, coupled with Austin Kwecky and PJ at the tackle position, have been able to embrace these guys and recognize, well, again, who are the 5 starters exactly? I don't know. I think there's probably 7 or 8 guys that we can get into the mix here, but have drawn those guys in, and that group is I just think it's a completely different group, and that's really helped in a lot of aspects as we prepared all through spring football and all through the summer.
Yeah, and then you're talking on the defensive side of it with Mason and Cooper. You feel like you have some stuff you can really hang your hat on, and that group played really well last year. I'm assuming with more speed and with even more length, you're feeling like the expectations for that group got to be pretty high.
It is, and that's why I'm saying, like, we just got off the field with our last kind of day of what we would call mini camp. Some of the walkthrough stuff that you're allowed to do, and even walking through against each other. There's a different vibe of leadership, and you talked about Coop and Mason posted, but also in that picture, the Matt Youngs of the world, like there's a different feeling of it. Now we got to go play, and we have to continue through fall camp of finding a way to make sure that through some of this adversity we grow tighter together. But that leadership has been what has been different than the first 3 years. I think in where we are right now.
Every time Mark and I are out, I'm sure I can speak for you. People ask about the opener, Notre Dame. How much do those words come up in conversation with your guys throughout the course of their summer work?
So we try not to talk about it as much, to be honest with you. As we go into fall camp, we'll talk about it a lot more. And I think that we all know that it's there. Our guys, obviously we've talked about it as a leadership group, but I think in the preparation is where I'm excited. Again, it's a great game. It's a great start. It's a great kickoff to be one of the more talented teams, I'm sure, in the country. I've watched both sides of the ball, probably 6 or 7 games now on them. But I think what it does is there's a heightened awareness as we roll into fall camp that, that first game in particular is something we've got to be incredibly ready for. Not that you didn't always have that anticipation going into fall camp, but this is probably one of the first times in my career that you have a game like that sitting right there as the very first one that there's going to be a different emphasis as you start this fall camp. Yes, it's about developing us and figuring out, us and who we are as we grow, but that there's this one thing that we have to be incredibly ready for as we start fall camp.
So, Luke, does that change the approach of fall camp at all? Because it's not – I know we have discussed this before about, the preseason in the NFL, because I think the more we look at college football, it is more and more becoming NFL-ish with how they've approached it. You just said mini camp. That was never a term when, way back in the day when we played. There is no preseason. This is, you're coming out and it is, bam, Notre Dame up at Lambeau. Do you change the approach at all at camp when you have to deal with that?
We did. And not just because of, obviously the opener. The opener has a big part of it. But I do think for where we are and what we've, what we're growing to, I know we need to be playing really good ball in the first month of the season. And so that means we have to go about some things a little bit different. I don't want to say it's completely different, but I do believe as we build the confidence in what it is that we're doing, there's a different emphasis. I'm saying, hey, it always has been, how do you play in October? Get to the last month of the season. That's where championships are won, the consistency, the growth. Just for where we are and what we've done, we know there's a different vibe as we roll into this season. It helps that Notre Dame's the opening game at Lambeau, but it's also recognizing of, hey, we have to continue to build this from this momentum and get ourselves in a place where we feel really, really good as we roll into the Big Ten season.
We know athletes are creatures of habit, but there's also the ability to, or the need to adjust. And I say that because of wondering your thoughts, what update you can give us on the indoor facility. We see some of the video clips of what's going on, the great work, but there's a lot of moving parts.
I kind of thought we'd see Luke like we saw Chip Kelly down at Notre Dame or at Northwestern.
Yeah.
He's all geared up in the construction equipment. I kind of thought you'd have a hat and you're out working.
Yeah.
Well, don't tell anybody. I was just in there and I didn't have a hat and a vest on. So
OSHA doesn't listen to this.
Kind of looking at me. I actually got locked out of the building because I couldn't get back in.
How's it looking?
August. So obviously our guys will be out of here for a little bit of a break after this. After today, when we come back August 3rd, we'll be in the indoor, and
Okay.
the weight room's going to be obviously in the indoor on the one kind of end of the indoor facility. All the offices will be up and rolling. We'll be parking underneath. I mean, there's a lot of things that we've kind of been peeking in at that's going to happen, but we finally get to kind of go in there and start working in there when we get back here August 3rd.
That's a big deal. Right? I mean, we know in today's world, players can make a lot of money, and that's really important. But to have an updated facility, that's something that has been pretty high on the priority list with you, hasn't it?
There's no doubt. I mean, at times you start to say, hey, how much are the facilities going to matter as we move forward? And Tausch can tell you a lot more. And when the NFL didn't put money into facilities because it was all about the players, and then they recognized free agency, I'm sure is what changed some of that stuff. And as I started, the last year, so it's like, well, maybe we should just put the money into the players. But there's never, a bad time to continue to upgrade what it is that you're, obviously that your facilities. And I think what it does within your own program is it shows a growth. Like, we all are creatures of that. We have to see things grow in front of us. And I think for our guys within this program, seeing that thing open, seeing the growth, there's a different recognition than just because people think they're paid, that's how it is, everything goes now. I think we all want to see that growth from within. And I think it means a lot, not just to the guys outside of it, but the guys that are within this program that have been here. They see a different investment from a lot of different areas. And I don't think it does anything but really kind of increase the buy-in and what people understand are all around them and how much people are working to help them out.
Yeah, and Luke, within that, talking resources and the new indoor and everything else, obviously Sean Eichhorst was announced a couple of weeks ago. How have your interactions been so far with Sean?
They've been great. I mean, it's really, the first thing I can say is we did not have any, overlap. I mean, we didn't have a bunch of people that we worked for or with that knew. We had never really, kind of overlapped in anything. But the actions I've had with him, we've had a meeting or two, have all been really authentic. And I think that the greatest thing I can say from the get-go is we have not talked a ton about our team or our program as of yet. I mean, I know we will as we continue to go into this thing, but we've talked a lot about just people, just about us, about our history, our backgrounds. And so to me, that's been one of those things where he's kind of said publicly about pouring into the head coaches within this athletic department because they are the leaders of every program. And, he's kind of said that and he's stood by that. And he stood by that in getting to know, I know from me, myself, and my family, he spent time just trying to say, hey, who is Luke Fickell and who is his family and what is he about? It's easy to look up a resume and figure out what guys have done in coaching and look at records and make assumptions. But he's done a really good job, in my opinion, with us in this program of trying to find out who we are to kind of recognize where we're headed.
All right, Luke, we're going to let you go. I know you get a little time off here before camp opens up. Any message to the fans and because there is a lot of excitement, obviously, about this game that's going to be coming up in about a month and some change. A lot of optimism. Any message that you want to kind of let our fans hear?
No, I think that for us and all, I don't know if you were on the former players Zoom the other night.
Brady has done a great job, has he not, of getting alumni? I know the alumni base is very excited that Brady getting all these Zooms. I know you love being able to jab other people. I've stayed off because I want you to jab others, not just me.
Well, I wasn't sure if that was you with the camera off down there in the bottom right corner.
Yeah,
but
always distant. Yes, yep.
So you did a good job at keeping yourself out of the firing line. But no, I think that as those guys wanted to know, and the big thing for us, like, look, what's the identity, right? And it's hard when you don't have success and when you don't win on the football field. We know inside this program what we want our identity to be. Our job is to see what we promote, what we permit, and ultimately what we put on film as our identity. And, we want to be a tough, nasty, and disciplined football team. And I really do believe with the leadership and the things that we've done and how we've grown, and to be quite honest with you, with the adversity that we've taken, right? The punches we've taken the last year in particular, the ones that want to be about that, the ones that want that to be their identity and this identity as we grow this program are the ones that are here. And to me, that's where the optimism is. That's where, hey, what do we want to do as we start the first month of the season? I know we all are talking about the first game, but it's we got to make sure that the identity that we believe we are and the identity that we say within this program, that it shows on Saturdays. And that's a process that will lead to the success victories. And to me, that's what the message is I want people to be able to turn on those TVs, in particular on the first Sunday, and see an identity of where this thing is and where it's growing to. And, to me, that's what the hope is for myself. That's what I wake up every morning, go to bed every night saying. It's not just saying, how many wins are we going to have? And can we beat Notre Dame? And it's going to be, is this identity? Because if we can show the identity and be the identity and put it on film, the successes will come.
Awesome stuff. Well, Luke, but good luck. Enjoy your little bit limited time off here, and we'll be seeing you a lot, and we'll be seeing you soon. So good luck.
We're on campus for all of camp, so I'll send you the schedule there, Tausch, and don't be a stranger.
I won't. I was just
the more you're around, the less I make fun of you.
Yeah, Luke, I've been in Platteville. I was wondering what the heck was going on. I thought we were practicing in Platteville.
The more you're around, the less I make fun of you. I thought you were going to be in there this morning with Joe Thomas's crew lifting at 5:30. But
Doc Kelmer was in there working out again. That old rascal. He just keeps getting it done. He gets it done.
Havenstein's back. He's working with them.
All those guys are working out.
Been there. I said, have you guys seen Tausch?
They said, no, he's at Pizza Hut. They said he's at Pizza Hut or he's at Jones Dairy.
By the way, when we do the Luke Fickell show, it's often the Mark Tauscher roast, right?
I understand that.
We have that going for us.
Yeah, I've understood that. That's been one of my
We got that kind of
things.
relationship.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
all right. Well, that was fun.
Take care.
That was fun. You know what else is fun? Being a member at UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You, proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years, are going to help you reach all of your financial goals. And whether it's up in Green Bay or Milwaukee, UW Credit Union is all throughout the state. Join today at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply. Interesting. I thought there's no doubt there's more optimism. And I know fans, I get it, man. We want to see it.
Got to see it.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
It does feel different. And I think when you look at it outside, the schedule is a little bit softer than it has been in the past. This is a different vibe than what we've had.
Yeah, and I think right now it's very easy in the summer to say, okay, they should win X number of games, whatever that is. You got to get 7.
You think he's heard that question a few times?
Oh,
how many
right.
games you got to win?
That's why, I think what he's talked about, and it when you see it. Are you getting back to what has made Wisconsin successful? Are you onto that path? He can't get into where I know a lot of fans would like to talk about is recruiting. They've got a lot of verbal commitments from Wisconsin high school players for 2027. That's something that fans have wanted to see around here, and so they are taking those kind of steps. Brady Ewing has been phenomenal,
really good.
And, a lot of times those kind of jobs, you come in here and you go get a workout, you go eat their great food at training table, and you coast. And Brady has attacked it like the fullback that he was, very, very seriously. And a lot of these alums are coming back, and they haven't been here in a while. And they're coming back for spring ball. They're coming back for other events over the summer or doing Zoom calls. So all the steps that you want to be able to take in the offseason are there. I know the bottom line is you got to make it happen in the fall, but I think they have put themselves in a much better position to put out a product that fans have expected to see and have been able to see for 30-plus years.
No doubt.
We'll cover a couple more items of what Luke Fickell shared and also maybe get to one or two more questions for Matt LePay while he continues here as our special guest, cousin sub of the day. That's coming up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Legends Line.
Brian Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Brust.
But we just wanted to have fun. You know, baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yingling Legends Line. Crack open a Yingling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
When summer turns up the heat, cool down with a shake from Cousin Subs. Our shakes are hand-spun with creamy vanilla gelato and blended into 4 delicious flavors: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and mint. They're rich, smooth, refreshing, and the perfect sweet treat on a warm summer day. Whether you're stopping in for lunch, dinner, or just craving something cool, there's a flavor waiting for you. Cool down with a shake from Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Calling all teachers, IKEA believes you deserve more than just an apple. You deserve a standing ovation and 15% off. During IKEA's Teacher Appreciation Days, July 24th to August 3rd, we're saying thank you to the amazing teachers and educators who inspire us every day. Visit your local IKEA to stock up on smart classroom solutions, organize your workspace, or finally create that cozy home retreat you deserve. Then show your IKEA family membership and your valid teacher ID at checkout and save 15% off your total purchase. IKEA's Teacher Appreciation Days, July 24th to August 3rd.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
This summer, escape to Lake Lawn Resort, where lake life meets resort luxury. Nestled along the shores of beautiful Delavan Lake, Lake Lawn is the perfect destination for a weekend getaway, family vacation, or even a few days to simply unplug and recharge. Enjoy boating and water sports, lakeside golf at Majestic Oaks, relaxing spa treatments, exceptional dining, and breathtaking sunsets along 2 miles of shoreline. Whether you're looking for adventure on the water or a quiet lakeside retreat, the perfect Wisconsin summer is waiting at Lake Lawn Resort. Visit lakelawnresort.com to book your stay today.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Special thanks again to Luke Fickell joining on the Yuengling guest hotline here on Wilde and Tausch. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. Appreciate the head coach. I thought he shared a lot of insightful commentary there. Matt LePay, our cousin sub of the day, Mark Tauscher. You guys catch up with them all the time throughout the season for the Badgers Radio Network. By the way, coming to 620 WTMJ and 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, starting the night of September 6th, Lambeau Field against Notre Dame. But I thought he offered a lot of honest commentary there. I thought he offered a lot of glimpses into how the mentality of the program is heading into this 2026 season. I thought he was the best he's probably ever been appearing on this show, sharing what he did.
What perked up? What made you, as a Badger fan, what got your ears perked up?
Well, I think the magic word that we've talked about on the Barry Alvarez show and College Game Day and every show for the last couple of years. It's
I should have wore that boo in a bar. I don't know what I was thinking.
I thought about it.
We should have tandemed it up. You're too professional to do that. I'm not. I would wear that in a heartbeat.
Not go boo in a bar. No, the identity of the team. Since he's taken over as the head coach and with the quarterback injuries, it feels like the coordinator changes, what they tried to do at the jump and how they've adjusted over time. They've never established an identity. And I thought what he said at the end of that conversation about focusing on what's the identity, establishing, and he very clearly said, discipline, tough, hard-nosed defense. Like, that's got to be the identity of Wisconsin football, which reminds me of the Barry Alvarez days and some of the early Paul Chryst days when the team was going to those New Year's Six bowl games. Like, that stood out most to me from that entire conversation was there's a clear goal and a clear identity that he has established, and if he's saying that with us, I'm sure he's saying it with the team. That's got to be the mentality across the board, everybody on the same page going into this 2026 season.
And I think probably what got your attention, Old T, talking about the offensive line. I've heard I haven't really spent any time with Eric Mateos, the new offensive line coach, and he's done some group interviews. But I've heard nothing but good things about him, and that includes from some alums. And that, if this team is going to reestablish the identity we're used to seeing with Wisconsin football, you know this a lot better than I do. It's going to be that group that helps lead the way.
That has to be, and it doesn't matter. I mean, we've ad nauseum talked about the Green Bay Packers offensive line that needs to be better. There is no doubt. Was it last year? It was where you go down to practice after the first game and everybody's in a different spot but Brunner, and you're like, oh boy, you can spin things and figure it out. That group needs to. Be nasty, be physical, and there is no doubt that, through the portal, obviously, getting Haywood back, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I think people are going to be excited about. That group needs to be physical. They need to own the line of scrimmage, and I think part of the reason that Iowa, maybe even the Nebraska game, like the reason those games stung so much is because you could see that wasn't going to happen. And when that happens, it really puts you in a tight spot. So, yeah, quarterbacks are important. Running backs are important. The wide receivers that Luke was talking about. But I think he knows, and I think with Grimes and with everybody else, it's going to be a focus on let's let our guys. Wisconsin is always at its best when you let that group do its job. And now that group has to go do its job. And you hope that the personnel that's brought in are going to be able to handle that because it is a big responsibility. But I love the fact that we were having some fun with the water skiing and all the other stuff. But it got serious. You could hear Luke, the shift in the whole conversation was the leadership. It's not just the quarterback. Yes, that's a natural leadership position. The group up front is going to be the guys that need to be the catalyst for that, and it sounds as if that is indeed the case.
I'm really eager to see the secondary, too. He touched on it. He said J-Rob. It's Javon Robinson, transfer from Arizona State, who played in the college football playoff a couple years ago in a classic overtime game against Texas in the quarterfinals.
Game, right? Scattaboo.
Cam Scattaboo. they feel like they have more speed. He touched on that a little bit. Marvin Burks coming over from Missouri. Kai Bates from Florida State got some size. They've got some others that, from either Ohio State or other Power 4 programs. They were pretty decent defensively last year. They were good against the run. Now, they weren't as good against the pass. They didn't create many turnovers. That's an area everybody would want to see improve this year. But they did take steps defensively where they were a little tougher to run on than what they were the previous year. Now you just got to get this offense to be solid. I mean, they were, 135 out of 136.
Yeah, who was the 130? I remember we were doing that.
UMass. Thank God for UMass.
Yeah. But
there's 2 extra teams this year, too. There's 138
we're up to 138
now.
But I think the running backs, Abu Sama from Iowa State, looks like a good, tough runner. Brian Jackson, a bruiser from USC. And Darian Dupree had the big run against Michelle Smallman's Illinois Fighting Illini. So he's capable. You just want to see a lot more.
But with all that said, and that stuff's all great, it is going to come down to, can those guys provide holes and give it? Because to me, you need to have, and this is what we've really been lacking since Jonathan Taylor, is some home runs.
Yeah,
this game
Braylon some. Yeah, with Braylon Allen for sure. But JT was just different.
JT was absolutely. Yeah. But whether it comes from the receiver spot or what, it is too hard. And our offense, it looked like it was too difficult the last couple of years, where it can't be 3 yards, 2 yards, 4. You have to have some explosivity to what you're doing, and whether that's in the run game or the pass game, that needs to be at the top of the list for this offense to take some big steps. If you're talking about, college football playoffs or anything that I know nobody is talking about right now, because let's wait and see. I'm optimistic. I think you're optimistic that things will be better. Now it's going to be, let's see how much growth this group can get in the course of 6 to 8 months.
They have, in fairness, we have to take a break?
No, we're good. Go ahead.
I think they have had in some fairness a perfect storm. Their resources were not good. Their schedule was brutal.
Last year.
But at the end, fans, and I get it, like, we don't care. Be better.
Yeah, you want to see it.
And you want to see it, and now things on paper, it seems like it opens up a little bit. I think it's a little dangerous. I think USC could be really good, Penn State, UCLA. People are talking about much improved under their new head coach. But you're not playing Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State, or Michigan. So, okay, now let's see it happen. So they have more resources. Where that ranks, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot better than where it was.
Indeed.
And hopefully you have the talent with that. Hopefully that talent can gel and get better luck with the quarterback staying healthy or healthier. I think Colton Joseph has proven he can hurt teams with his arm, and certainly with his feet.
Yes.
So let's see what I'm eager. And whatever happens week 1, hopefully they pull off something special. But whatever happens, you want to see him get a little better week 2, week 3, and then going into Penn State to open Big Ten play. See if you can do something special.
I'll also keep saying it, and when you're 135 out of 136, a lot of things didn't go right. But if the Packers were down to a backup quarterback for the majority of their games each of the last 3 seasons, we wouldn't judge Matt LaFleur the way that Luke Fickell is being judged since he took over at Wisconsin. It's just the nature, especially last year when you're down to a 4th-string quarterback for much of the back half of the season. Like, you just wouldn't judge an NFL team that way. And obviously, like you said, Matt, fans don't care. They want to see a winner. They have an expectation of the Badgers to compete at a certain level.
Show me the baby.
But
Show me the baby.
There is a very clear and obvious reason why the offense would have struggled each of the last 3 years that Luke Fickell's been here. It's because his preferred starting quarterback going into the season has not been healthy for the majority of games that he's been the head coach. With the Sun Belt Player of the Year coming in as a transfer, I would love to see 12 games, and then let's see what this thing looks like.
And for fans, too, and I get it, because a lot is being asked of fans these days. Like, what am I seeing this on Peacock this week, or what? The cost of going to games.
Just tune into 620 WTMJ.
Tune into 620 WTMJ, absolutely. But it's a lot is asked of a fan these days. The price of going to games and the commitment. Not okay. When's that game going to kick off? We don't know until a week in advance. So, but this is a fan base. I've been here almost 40 years. Tausch, you lived it as a player at every level in this state. They want to pull for you.
Yes.
Give
them something.
Give
to
us
root
something.
about.
We'll be there for you, but you got to meet them halfway. They understand that. Now we'll see if they take the right steps to get there.
Tausch MoMA gives you something to cheer about every
They
time
do
you see
indeed.
them.
And now all I was thinking about when I saw Luke Fickell and his 50-whatever-year-old up water skiing is, oh, boy, MoMA's going to be ready to go. I needed MoMA. I was struggling. End of last football season, hobbling around on the plane, moving around, struggling to even get around. I needed some help, and that's why I partnered up with MoMA. The Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance brings together trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, making it easier to find the right specialist and the right treatment for you. And I've always been, I don't want to go into big hospitals. Oh, my God, I got to figure boom, 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 boom. I want something easy. Pull my car up, park, go get the treatment. That's what I've done at Ortho Laser. They also have the Surgery Center, Smart Scan, Mosh. Their experienced team helps focus on getting you feeling right and back to living your life. You can call or walk in or learn more at MoMAMKE.com. That's MoMAMKE.com.
Whoa, Nelly! Matt LePay gets to experience it for the first time.
I'm glad we're doing this super late because I think that might be hitting the curtains.
We also got to draw a trivia winner, Feel Good Friday. That's all still to come with Matt LePay as our special guest, cousin sub of the day. That's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Enjoy Ozaki County's premier golf destination, The Bog in Saukville. Featuring 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, The Bog offers a golf experience unlike any other for all skill levels. But The Bog is more than just golf. It's the perfect setting for corporate events, weddings, and group outings. Our team brings every detail to life. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, then enjoy a bite to eat in our restaurant or out on our new patio bar overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy The Bog.
For 250 years, America has moved forward together. One generation, one family, one community at a time. At the Cunis Auto Group, we're proud to celebrate 250 years of freedom, progress, and the journeys that unite us. To mark this historic milestone, we're giving away 11 brand new vehicles with a total retail value of more than $250,000. Go online for one entry. Plus, enter in person at any Cunis Auto location, and it counts for 10 entries. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. It's our way of saying thank you to the communities we serve and the customers who trust us to be part of their journey. Plus, we have over 1,776 vehicles under 30 grand group-wide, with payments for every budget. Happy 250th anniversary, America. Let's keep America moving together. See official rules and find your nearest location at shopcunis.com.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and if you know me, you know I love Wisconsin. That's why I'm a UW Credit Union member. Their team's been all about Wisconsin since 1931, and they love making banking easy for members. Whether it's with their convenient mobile app or with the great perks like early payday to get you paid sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
Since rookie shortstop Cooper Pratt was called up to the major leagues and Joey Ortiz slid from shortstop to third base, he's been on an offensive tear. Wednesday's series win over the Mets at American Family Field saw Ortiz go 3 for 3 with 2 RBI, a double, and a triple. Ortiz on the recent success and boost in confidence.
I always feel like I'm able to be at this level and compete at this level, so I think the confidence is there. It's just about taking it day by day and keeping moving forward.
Audio courtesy Brewers.com.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
You never know when someone you care about might need a place like Curative Care. For more than a century, Curative Care has been helping children, adults, and families across southeast Wisconsin navigate developmental disabilities and find the support they need to thrive. They help families every step of the way, from early childhood through adulthood. They connect parents with resources, provide guidance through challenging times, and create a community where people truly belong. If you know someone who may be looking for answers and support for a loved one with developmental disabilities, visit curative.org. That's curative.org. Do it today.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Matt LePay is the cousin sub of the day on Wilde and Tausch.
Great job getting in and out of breaks, too, Jess. You've been really good
This
today.
has been a lot easier on you than last week when Homer was filling in, right? I called it a debacle earlier. I was scrutinized for calling it a debacle.
It's a little harsh.
That's harsh. I mean, this has gone a little smoother.
This has definitely
week.
been smooth.
No doubt about it. Before we get to O'Nelly, because I know we want to delay it as much as possible, special occasion here with Matt LePay in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
I still don't get, you call it a cheese fry helmet. I don't, like, it feels like the fries, like all the stuff is going to pop out of that.
Well, okay, back in the day, they served the cheese fries in that helmet, and it was a little smaller portion. Now, the prices have gone up a little bit, but the portions have also increased at American Family Field, I've noticed, for, like, the special stands.
Oh.
So, like, the nachos are bigger, the cheese fries are everything's a little bit larger.
Sure.
Fewer trips to the concession stand at a game, I guess, that way. So that was back in the day. That was in my heyday. That was, like, 2007, 2008, when Usher George was in his prime at American Family Field. That's when the cheese fry helmet first came to be. That's a few logos ago now for the Brewers, that one on that helmet. Matt LePay has the cheese fry helmet to draw our trivia winner, presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf. This is a big moment
and
for
these numbers that get pulled, we have no idea.
I've
You'd
got
think
'em all
4 would
here,
be
yep.
Thursday, but Matt, what number did you pull?
How many am I pulling? Just the one?
Just the one.
Number 4.
Number 4.
So you would think Thursday's the winner, but that's not how
It
Jesse
was
is.
Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah, Travis in Blue Mounds. Congratulations
Good win
to
for Travis.
There you go, Travis.
Got every question right en route to winning Wilde and Tausch trivia. That's a Vortex rangefinder coming his way. Cousin Subs gift card. That's a nice prize
really
pack
nice.
for Travis in Blue Mounds. All right. We got a minute or two. Let's do O'Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
I'm going to risk this because I don't think my aunt and uncle listen to the show.
Okay.
My aunt is celebrating a retirement, and there's a party for her tomorrow.
And you're going up north.
We don't know if it's a surprise party or not. That has not been made clear. What's the move? If it says it's a 3-hour window for the party, we were planning on getting there like 20, 30 minutes late, kind of normal time to arrive to an event like that, let them get situated, but if it's a surprise, we want to make sure we're there like early to surprise her when she gets it. What's the move if you don't know and it's not clear for everybody involved if it's a surprise or not?
Is there the potential if said honoree bolts when finding out it's a surprise, kind of like what you went through?
Yeah, that happened a couple weeks ago.
That is.
And by the way, most legendary surprise party of all time.
I guess that is part of this. I didn't get the full spiel on everything that's going on. I guess she wasn't for sure that she was going to retire, and then the party was planned before that was official, and then now she is retiring, and now we're doing it. And
what is
she
your
didn't
question?
Really want it.
What is your question? What time you need to get there?
What time should we get to the party? It says 11 to 2 on the invite.
Get there at 10 to 11.
Yeah, that's about right.
Gotta get there early.
Yes.
Yeah, get there in advance
you
in case it is. You want to be one of those yelling, surprise!
Yes.
Does it make a difference that we have to travel probably the furthest of anybody that's going to the party, and we have to drive like an hour and a half to get there?
It doesn't matter.
You
It
suck
doesn't
it up.
matter.
Yeah.
Get your butt up, get over there, and go.
Is this up north to Crivets, or where
No,
is
it's
this?
down the
This is
southeast
down
part of the
east.
state.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Oh, you're going to Muskego.
Well, we will be stopping in Muskego, no doubt about it.
Okay.
Yeah. To the party. So, yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. So, okay, I'll keep you posted. I'm sure you'll be wanting to know when you're back in 2.5 weeks or whenever you get back here to the old program.
I'm sure that'll be the first thing that comes up.
Tausch, this is your last time on the show for a couple of weeks. Training camp will be underway. Family night will take place. Our 10th anniversary special on Saturday, August
that's
8th
gonna be a
will
good
air.
show.
You guys have been on for 10 years?
I know.
Yeah,
Wow,
crazy.
I didn't hear that.
Anything you would like
3
to share?
hours for a lot of them.
What's the last word before Feel Good Friday that you would like to share before your 2 weeks away?
I'm excited to go on vacation. That's what I'm excited about. Is that what you wanted me to share? Or did you want me to get
I was
all...
looking for something else. I
What
asked,
were you looking for?
Well, I asked before Jason left last week. I said, what's your bold prediction for what will happen?
Yeah, but I gave my bold
2 weeks.
prediction.
Yeah, you said the Cubs were going to be in a dogfight with the Brewers for the top of the division. That looks like a terrible prediction right now,
we'll
which is
see.
great.
Careful.
I think it's going to be a battle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still think the Brewers come out on top, but I don't think it's going to be a runaway. The Dodgers got a runaway. Brewers, I don't think are going to have that.
3:10 first pitch this afternoon at American Family Field. Brewers-Rockies Alumni Day with the alumni game to follow. We'll wrap it up with Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints with Matt LePay and as our cousin sub of the day. We'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Get ready, Milwaukee. Join ESPN Milwaukee and Yingling this Saturday night starting at 6 p.m. from Dugout 54 on Blue Mound for the ultimate Yingling watch party. Kick off your day with the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team. Score awesome Yingling prizes. Enjoy great food and ice-cold Yingling, then cheer on the first-place crew as they take on Colorado. Nothing says summer like baseball, friends, and America's oldest brewery. We'll see you Saturday at 6 p.m. at Dugout 54 on Blue Mound. DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When your car or truck needs service, you should take it to a specialist. I'm Deb Cruz, president of the Auto Dealers Association of Mecca, Milwaukee. Adam member new car dealers have factory warranted parts, the latest diagnostic equipment, and certified manufacturer technicians. Plus, their prices are low or lower than independent shops, even on routine things like oil changes and tire service. Knowing all that, why would you ever consider going anywhere other than an Adam member dealer?
A well-maintained car delivers better gas mileage and saves you money.
ESPN fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. Whether you're putting in long days on the job, coaching the kids, spending weekends on the golf course, or just trying to stay active, your body takes on a lot. And if back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica have become a part of your routine, Jens Family Chiropractic believes it's worth finding out why. Their focus is identifying the cause of the problem, not just covering up symptoms. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Hey, baseball fans. When the game's over, keep the fun of the season going at the award-winning Lake Lawn Resort on beautiful Delavan Lake. Trade the bleachers for the shoreline and the always-on-the-go schedule for total lakeside relaxation. Celebrate your own MVP moments with waterfront dining, golf, relaxing spa escapes, and family fun all season long. Just a short drive from Milwaukee, it's your home run getaway. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com and come find out for yourself why everything is better at the lake.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Friday on Wilde Tausch with Matt LePay in as our cousin sub of the day, along with Mark Tauscher, the Badgers Football Radio Network booth takeover of Wilde Tausch. Feel Good Friday, Tausch, you're the inventor. You take it from here.
I always love finishing our week, and for me, it'll be a couple of weeks. But Matt, I know a cause near and dear to you. You had a golf outing and something that you care a lot about, and you tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, the initiative to end Alzheimer's. Shout out to Brock and Teresa Ryan, who put on the Hackers and Slackers golf outing at Bishop's Bay Country Club here in Madison last week. Raised a lot of money in research and trying to find a way to end Alzheimer's. The great work that's being done here at UW-Madison with Cindy Carlson, Sanjay Astana, Sterling Johnson, Nate Chin, that whole group. There's been progress, there have been some breakthroughs, maybe ways to slow the progress of this disease, but shout out to Brock and Teresa. They've done this, I think this is the fourth year. Big-time turnout. It was a beautiful day, and most importantly, raised a lot of money to fight a horrible, horrible disease.
And a lot of other broadcasters get involved. You have campaigns, and there's a walk. I know you're just really involved in that.
Brian Posick is going through it in his family. Paul Brown lost his wife to this disease several years ago. Jeff Levering, it's in his family. He's done a lot of work for the Alzheimer's Association of Wisconsin. It's unfortunate. I mean, it's sad that you don't have to go very far to find somebody else who's going through it. And in our industry, it's been way, way too prevalent. But there's reasons to be encouraged with all the research, and so much of the reason is because of what's being done at UW-Madison.
Mm-hmm. Awesome stuff. Thanks so much for sharing that. Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. We're out of time. That's it. 3 hours done. Matt,
flew by, Matt.
How about that?
You could do this. You could do this tri-yearly.
That's right. I'll see you guys in 2027.
Or maybe next Tuesday if Tausch's sabbatical goes
Good luck.
the way we think.
Good luck.
Tausch, have fun. We'll see you in a couple
All
of
right,
weeks.
fellas. Thanks, Matt, for coming in.
Matt LePay, our cousin sub of the day. Thanks so much. Jason's back on Monday. Packers training camp on Wednesday. Can't wait for it. Thanks so much for coming along. As Jason always says, have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of
It all
today's
started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat